What's up, everybody? How y'all? How y'all's doing? All right. Let's see here. Trying to get everybody the information I promised them. So bear with me. All right. I think I'm good now. Let's get into this. All right. There we go. I just gotta wait for the few people who I think gonna pop in and visit us today. So we will have to see here. So thank you for your patience as I try to get this all worked out. Let's go this direction. Trying to get myself a little bit situated. Give me one here. Okay. I'm still trying to learn this stuff, guys, so bear with me. I know no one's coming here to just listen to me. So listen to all my fantastic guests. Guests I'm gonna try to have on tonight. I'm gonna try to have again a cornucopia of people. So let's try it here. There we go. There we go. There we are. What up, Joey?
What up?
Don't call your junk wax, dude.
Well, I don't know, man. Call it whatever you want. I
Just
guess. I
what?
mean, if you're into naming it,
So, dude, are you gonna record Dynamite tonight?
because I've got Dynamite recorded, I've got NXT recorded. It's a great thing
That's
about
good.
the DVRage. You can record a bunch of stuff. So
I know. I told you yesterday we were talking, and I was saying I was a cord cutter years ago, but now that I actually have something to watch on TNT, it's almost like it's worth to get it just so I can have watch on Wednesday. So we'll see. We'll see how much it lures me back, but we'll see. But
well,
anyways, man. So
I go ahead.
no, go ahead, man. You go right on ahead.
I was going to say I was in the same boat as you, but we gave up on the cable. Cable got to be a little too expensive, so we started doing the streaming services when we got unlimited internet. So uh, we've been through Hulu, and now we're on YouTube TV.
So with YouTube TV, you can watch TNT.
Oh yes, sir.
Oh, I might have
Yeah,
to.
and
I'm, I might have to do that then.
well, the thing I like about YouTube TV is you get all of your local channels included. Hulu, you did. I think ABC, you didn't get the ABC channel. And my wife's a big Grey's Anatomy fan, so she got to get her Grey's.
All them white women, dude. I hear you.
Dude, hey, it is what it
But
is.
it is what it is. They got that Grey's Anatomy spelled with an E and not an A. Don't forget.
That's right.
It's that British version of Grey. So I think that's the British version, right? Or is it the American? Because I know in England they spell it different than we do. Grey. I think the way we spell
Yeah.
Gray. So
Yeah. And she sucked me into watching it for a little while, but I managed to get out. So
yeah, I was in the same boat years ago when it first came out. My now ex-wife, but we watched it together. And at first I liked it, but then it turned into a sleeping soap opera. Everybody sleeping with each other, and it got away from the hospital surgery stuff. It was about everybody hooking up, and I was like, I don't care about that. That's like the least of my concern. So,
yeah, I guess I got out of it too quick.
oh yeah, man, it was all everybody was hooking up. I'm like, what is this? But anyways, I was thinking it's gonna be more like ER. I don't remember ER like being like a big hookup. I remember a
Dude,
lot more.
speaking of ER, did you see where Anthony Edwards went first in the draft this year? I didn't even realize he was a basketball player.
I know. Can you believe that? He was just way on
Yeah.
up there. Hey, what up, Jason? Cubs fan? I thought, did I send you the link, dude? I think I sent you I had to redo the link. So I thought I sent you the right one, Jason. If I didn't, I'll resend it to you. But I went into a private chat, which I'm still learning how to do all this, and I realized I couldn't go live, and that was kind of what we talked about with a few people. So I had to go out and come back in and set up a live stream. So did you get a second link from me? Because if you didn't, then I need to resend it to you. Because if I sent you the initial link, you're in there by yourself. So, oh, there we go. Maybe that's you right there. That is you right there. Here we go.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, what up, dude? The legend's back.
So this is the famous or infamous Cub fan 7523.
Well, a little bit of both, I think.
You beat me to it. It's probably just both. Yeah. So, yeah, man, dude. Welcome back to the stateside, dude. Thank you again for your service.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Brother, it's good to be back. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Was that the last time you had to leave the country? Do you got to do it again?
Yeah, that's it, man. I'm retiring. Well, from the
nice. Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
So where have you been? What country were you in?
I was in Jordan.
So where have you?
Okay, I had two things going on at the same time, but I'm
no problem. So and then I heard you left Illinois and you're in Florida. Is that right?
That is correct.
Man, that's an upgrade, dude.
It is. It was a little bit of a culture shock because it's like, we flew into Illinois when we came home, and it was cold and nasty. And then it was like a couple of days later, I got on another plane and I got off, and it was sunshine and palm trees and all kinds.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So, what part of Florida are you in?
I'm in the Clearwater area.
Okay.
So I'm in the same neck of the woods as Fisher Bike and MP Fox.
Yeah, and what I don't know if you know, I'm not gonna say because he might not want people to know, but if you know what he does for a living, you definitely got to go and give him a visit when you get a chance.
Who's that? MP?
Yeah, MP Fox. Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, ask him about it. He'll tell you what he does for a living, and you have to go in there and maybe you can get let's just say a YouTube friendly discount, like a friend or a family discount.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Hey, cuz, what else? What else is in Clearwater there, Jason?
A lot of spring training baseball.
Yeah,
but Hulk Hogan's Beat Shop is in Clearwater.
Hogan is around here somewhere, but
that's right. That's right, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Like Hulk Hogan since the 90s. I'm telling you.
Man, dude, I wondered that now.
Like Hogan in the 90s.
So you don't like you said you don't like Hogan?
No, I haven't liked him since the 90s.
No. Classics never die, man. Classics never die.
You put on your thumb the WWF thumb wrestlers. I had the Hogan and Big John Studd and Hogan.
Yeah.
Instead of Big John Studd all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, Big John Studd. Man, well maybe you could go down there and just challenge him to a match. Just walk in and just be like, hey, jackass, like that. Come on out here.
6'6", right?
Yeah, you do it.
I'm 6'2", 210 pounds. I feel like I'm a big dude, but he makes me look small.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's so funny because sometimes when we were kids growing up, all those guys look like monsters,
Yeah.
And then when you see them in the ring, they're all around the same size, so then you kind of don't get a big perspective on how big they really are.
Right.
And so the first time I ever went to a WWF match in the 80s, Hogan was there and he comes running out, out down the hall, coming to the ring. And I mean, he looked like he was King Kong. I mean, he was just like 10 feet tall, the blonde locks, flowing with the American flag, and I was like, this guy, you know,
Yeah,
it's just amazing how big they really are.
they were
Yeah.
large in life.
Yeah, Hogan's a big guy. He's still
He's like 6'7", right?
looks good. Yeah, he's 6'6", 6'7", something like that. But he's still jacked, and he's probably in his mid-60s now.
Yeah,
But you know what you could do, Jason? You go and smack around Rey Mysterio because he's like 5'4".
he's like this tall.
I would not. I wouldn't even advise that. I wouldn't advise that either.
Oh man! Hey, what's up, Donnie? Thanks for popping in, dude. Oh, he said he heard the king cracking. Yeah, you know that. Jason's here.
Hey, it's 5:30 somewhere.
Yeah. So we might be having a YouTube Hall of Famer join us later on today. So be prepared for that.
Who's that?
Oh wow!
Is that Alex?
It is none other than Pittsburgh's finest.
Oh,
Bob
huh?
Lewis.
Oh, Bob.
And the myth, huh?
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. But so are you, now that you said you're retired, Jason, are you retired? Are you no longer working at all? Are you doing something like a civilian?
I have to have a full-time job. I don't have one yet. So I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad.
Nice. Nice. Enjoy that as long as you can, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah. This one's for you, Donnie.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually asked Donnie to join us, but he said he was still working, and so I was like, all right, man. I know, like, sometimes when I want to go live, you know, it's all everybody's schedule. You just never know. So I try to ask 5 to 8 people that I think would be fun to have on, and then if they say no, then I might move to a couple other people because I want to mix it up. You know, I think it's fun to mix it up.
Well, sure.
So, because I'm super lame and people get tired of hearing me talk, so rather they hear somebody else talk and chat. So
I feel pleasured and I feel cool. I mean, I feel like I'm true now, even though only 2 people are watching. But you know,
right? Yeah.
I mean, they're all here to see us, so you know.
You know, and those 2 people are my folks. So you know. So let me ask you this, Jason: if assuming that the world gets back to normal-ish by the springtime, are you saying that I can come and bunk with you during spring training?
Absolutely. We have
all right.
We have the Phillies.
Yes.
We have the Blue Jays. I think the Yankees are here.
Yeah.
It's incredible around here.
Well, how far are you from Northport?
I don't know. Northport?
The Braves moved to Northport, so they're not in Orlando anymore at Disney. So
who cares about the Braves?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just kidding you, dude.
That's it. I'm done. I'm out of here.
You're like go screw yourself, Jason.
Where you going, Joey?
Joey, no.
I tell you where I'm not going. The damn World Series. Ever.
Hey.
That's true.
We all feel that pain, though. We all feel
that. Well, the Cincinnati Reds got to sniff it this year. Got a little sniffy sniff, and then it was over. So, yeah. And they're going to suck next year, I'm sure. So they'll probably have another 30 years where they're rebuilding to get back. So we'll see.
I was gone when the whole playoffs thing started, and I didn't understand the new format.
Yeah.
Like I was watching my Cubs on ESPN, and I was like, I knew that they made the playoffs, they won the division, and then I was like, they were facing the Marlins, and I was like, how the hell did the Marlins get in? And with that, and I was like, oh, okay, well, no problem. And then Marlins kind of whooped up on us, so yeah, I just kind of I didn't even watch the series.
Well, now you're a real traitor. You left Illinois for Florida, so you're gonna become a Marlins fan, probably.
Hey, we got the Tampa Bay Rays here.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So
are you gonna try to catch some games?
Meadows, and I'm gonna make Bob Lewis jealous. So.
Yeah, that's true. That'll get him going. He'll get all kind of upset. Man, that is true. Yeah, because he's an Austin Meadows super collector.
Yep.
For sure. Man.
Plan on getting a picture with him, and I'll be like, "This is for my buddy Bob Lewis."
Right. That would be awesome, dude. Yeah, you gotta take a picture, maybe even a picture of you all like looking lovingly into each other's eyes, and then Bob will really get jealous. Oh my gosh. So are you like settled now at home, or do you still kind of like back and forth? Or?
No, I'm settled. I'm settled here now. I don't have a baseball space like I had before. Joey, I'm digging your gigs in the back. It's I'm a little jealous.
Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, I listen. If you saw what was around it, it's like this stuff, and then my wife's craft area everywhere else.
Right. Well, it's like I got a closet, and that's yeah. I got clothes and my wife's shoes and all that.
So, is the house you moved into? Is it a bigger place, smaller place? Because I'm assuming it's more expensive where you're at. Maybe not, but
yeah, it's about the same size.
Okay.
Got all the kids with us and everything, so they're all.
So were the kids excited about moving to Florida? Or are they like, no, don't go, Dad. We don't want to go.
No, they're all about it. I mean, we had to take them away from their friends and everything like that. But I was like,
right.
Just trust us. And once we get there, you guys will love it. It's
right, and I bet they have.
It's like beach every day, and you're like, oh, beach again.
Yeah.
Tough life. What a tough life.
Yeah, life's such a first world problems, dude. I know it's tough.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like having a steak with no A1.
Right. That's right.
Hey, look at this guy though, Zombie. Look at him. Look at the tan. I mean, he belongs at the beach, man. I can't even open my refrigerator without putting sunscreen on.
Yes.
I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it down in central to lower Florida.
Man.
Yeah. Hey, MP Fox. It's my new Florida.
Oh. Yeah, I was just talking to him about you, Matt, telling him that he needs to reach out to you, and you're gonna do a YouTube hookup to the local community here when they come and visit. So you make sure you give him the Jason discount. So that means that you're gonna have Elton John sing to him privately in front of the entire place. Then he'll never want to hang out with Hulk Hogan so bad after that experience. He'll be like, okay, I can't handle any more Elton John. No, I can't do that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, man. So yeah, he said that'd be awesome. So I was gonna say, like, I'm literally gonna come down this year for spring training because my son, assuming again this is all hinging on things going back to normal, he wasn't able to go to Japan this past year with his mom because they always go every year for a couple of weeks, and so that didn't happen. So now during spring break this year, they're gonna go for a couple of weeks, and so I'll be by myself. So I'm looking to find something fun to do. I figure spring training and hang out with some buddies can't be anything better than that. So, I mean, I can be the little spoon too, so don't worry about that, Jason.
No, what? Hey, we got a couch for you, man.
Okay. Yeah, I want to be real easy, dude. I'm gonna come in and sleep and get back up and run back out. So, I want to go watch lots of baseball. Now, Joey, have you ever been to spring training?
Yes, sir. I have. Been down to we're big Disney fans in the house, with the little one and everything. So it worked out great with the Braves at Disney. So we could make a little family trip, and then I could sneak over to Champion Stadium and watch a little spring training baseball. So yeah, I've been down there a couple times.
Now, Joey, are you in Atlanta or are you in Orlando?
We're about an hour and a half south of Atlanta. Town called Warner Robins, Georgia. Got a big Air Force base here. I don't know if you've heard of it, but we're right on 75 though, so we just hop on 75, head straight down.
Yeah, what's that, like a 4 or 5 hour drive for you then?
Yeah, about 5 on a bad day. Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Mm-mm.
It's a lot better than 24 for me or whatever.
I think you're about 18. I think you're about 18.
Yeah. Well, it's probably 18, but with all the stops and everything else, it's probably, I don't know. I remember when I was a kid in southern Indiana, so it's about 2.5 hours closer. I felt like I was in the wood panel station wagon for darn near like 3 days. So I'm sure, because I know we stopped in around Macon or somewhere to halfway point, and then the next day we'd finish out the trip. So, but being stuck in there with my brother and sister where we try to kill each other, it wasn't,
because we are right at the Macon city limits where I'm at, man. Allman Brothers country.
Oh, there you go. You want them Georgia crackers that I found out about.
Yeah. Don't go around saying it too loud now.
Yeah.
A lot of
that white woman in North Carolina told us all about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man. So, Jason, since you've been out there, have you been able to see if there's any card shows or card shops or anything in your neck of the woods, and that's just not on your radar right now?
Yeah, it is on the radar, and this area is actually pretty popping for card collecting. We've got a couple of shops I've already checked out in the Clearwater area. Orlando's got a big one. Orlando Sports Cards is pretty cool. The place, it's small, but it's wall to wall just cards. He's got a lot of singles, and it's just like, yeah, I totally checked it out. It was pretty cool, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've heard about Orlando Sports Cards or whatever. I even think they have articles in like the SCD or whatever, the Sports Collectors Digest. They must be a pretty big operation because I've heard about them all the way up here in Hoosier Land.
Yeah,
so
they're in Beckett. I don't know if anybody still reads Beckett. I read it for the articles.
Right. Yeah, you look for the centerfold.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that Juan Soto. Oh, yeah, Juan Soto right there.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yep. Mike, baseball collectors in the house.
Oh, and Mike's here. Oh my gosh, dude! The hashtag
right,
legend.
That's it. I'm out.
I know.
I know.
I don't. We gotta. I better put on a tie and be on our best behavior now. I don't want to step in it.
It's like those old Milwaukee commercials. It don't get no better than this.
Hey, well, we got John. We got another YouTube Hall of Famer in here, John Mangini. Man, what is up? Henry S. What up, Henry? Donnie's up in here. We got let's see, Henry. Tommy goes. Hey, Henry, you're right. I go there to meet some single ladies because they're always perusing the Ozzie Smith idol that I go down. I was like, I'll be your wizard.
Dude, hey, can I I want to put over John Mangini. I do it every chance I get. Can we just have a moment for John Mangini's collection of stuff, man?
We can have 2 moments.
Oh my gosh.
I watch his videos and it's almost like it's not real. Because the cards he shows, you're just like, are you serious? And then another one, you go, there's another
one. He just prints them off the internet, and sticks them in a freaking.
Yeah, he has like a 3D printer where he just prints them off and puts them in his collection.
Puts them at top loads. It's like, hey, check out this one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, John had told me last week or 2 weeks ago that Cooperstown reached out to him because their collection sucks compared to his, and so they're going to actually ask for his collection.
Cooperstown wants to display the Mangini collection.
Yeah, they want to do. It's going to be special appearance only for 1 year of the Mangini collection, right?
Yeah, he's
giving back to the little people.
He's going to have his own wing in the Hall of Fame.
He is, exactly. I know. I mean, he even has like a Hall of Fame type of name, John Mangini. Like, if you hear that name, you're thinking, yes, this is some sort of legend or important person.
It sounds like a name that you would see at the bottom of a PSA holder from.
Yeah, Jim Mint 10 on there.
From the Mangini collection.
How big do you think John's head is right now?
The thing about it is, it's so legit that Baseball Collector would have it in his beast. He would have that slab in the beast safely put away because John Mangini is that legit that he have to hide it in the beast to keep it out of like sunlight, any kind of like air particles or whatever. So it's legit when Mike has it put away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is that one of those collections you got to put your white gloves on for?
Yes.
Oh, he does sometimes. He puts them on sometimes. I've seen
he does put them on sometimes. Remember, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. So,
Listen, I'm reading Bible stories to my kid at night, and we just read about Moses and the 10 Commandments, and one of I think it's the last commandment says, "Don't covet your neighbor's possessions."
All
and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, that's pretty much every time I watch a Mangini video.
Exactly. Well, it's funny you all talking about it because literally right now I'm looking over to my left and I have John's newest video popped up and he's showing off Bam. Some guy named Bam plays basketball, I guess, but he was talking about Bam and all this. And I'm like Johnny on the spot whenever he releases a video. Like I'm like usually one of the first ones watching this video because with so much other things that he does, it's always like a experience. It's like it just washes over you. It's like you're being baptized. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
he can baptize me in that collection anytime, man.
Exactly. Just make sure you keep your clothes on this time, though. Oh my gosh, yeah. But yeah, man. So that's great, dude. I mean, I was gonna say, if any of you all want me to send you a link, we can get some other people on here. We can have a few other people on. I just enjoy the back and forth. So just send me a text, most of you guys, and I'll get you on here. But anyways, so I was gonna also ask you, Jason. So, now that you're there, you said culture shock from Chicago, from Illinois to Florida. Obviously, you had Jordan in there as well. So what was the first thing? And I'm assuming you've been to Florida before at some point in your life. But now that you're living there, it's a different mindset, right? You're there on vacation, but now this is my home.
Right, but I still feel like I'm in vacation mode because
okay.
I haven't started working full time yet, so it's like I'm the stay at home right now, and so
sure.
And so I still last night the wife and I went to the beach and watched the sunset, and it was a big deal for us, but it wasn't a big deal to go do it. It's just like she gets off work, we just hopped in the car and drove out to the beach, and we sat there for 20-30 minutes, watched the sun go down, and then it was like back in the car and let's go get tacos. It's just
right.
I hate to sound like I'm bragging, but that's the culture shock. It's like this is
right
part of our norm now.
How far are you from the beach?
12 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm sorry. My wife just corrected me. 7 minutes.
Wow. There you go.
Went to last night was 12 minutes away. It was a different beach.
Nice. Now, here in Indiana, I have a couple cesspools of like.
You got nice lakes and
Yeah, filled with feces and severed heads. Yeah, it's great.
I'm not gonna miss the cornfields, the infinite cornfields.
No, I do not blame you. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, that's great. So, oh, man, that's just awesome, dude. So, hey, I was gonna ask you, Joey, are you planning on doing a trip before the end of the year or early next year with the kiddo and head down to Disney World again, or is that on hold, or do you know?
Well, we just took him for his birthday back in September, and
okay.
They have all the COVID protocols and stuff down there, and it's just not the same. There's no you can't interact with characters and stuff like that. So, I'd rather wait and go when everything's kind of back to normal and
sure.
Yeah.
Now, which one is that? Casa Grill Beach. Which one is that? Is that by St. Pete? I'm gonna have to check that one out for sure.
Yeah. I can't remember. I know Matt might be able to speak to this, but when I was down in Tampa a couple of years ago for spring break, aka spring training is what I really was doing, somebody had told me there was a beach that a lot of locals know about, but not a lot of people who are people who are tourists know about. It has like I can't remember the name of it. It started with an S, I think. And I don't know if Matt was the one who told us. Somebody told me about it. But the sand was like so pure white. It was like stepping on like clouds. I couldn't believe it. And it was like nobody was hardly there. So whoever told us about it was like 100% on point.
Sand Key.
What was it?
Sand Key.
Siesta Key.
Siesta Key or Sand Key?
I want to say
Sand Key. Oh, St. Pete Beach.
No, this was like Siesta something, or it had like a kind of like a beach sounding name. It didn't sound like that, like some city like St. Pete Beach or whatever.
Okay.
It felt like you're like in Fiji or somewhere. But it was unbelievable because I've been to Florida like dozens of times growing up, even as an adult, and the beaches were always packed, and they were great, but it was always your typical what you expect at a Florida beach. Right. And this seriously felt like it was not touched by most tourists. Like it was like seriously, it felt like a secret. And my son and I, with his mom, we went out there. It was beautiful. The water was almost blue, and it was like we're like walking around on like clouds. I couldn't believe it. I was like, no wonder no one knows about this place because it's so awesome. So
you say,
but
Siesta Key in Sarasota.
Yeah, that's it. I think that sounds right. I mean, and I don't know if it was just the area we went to, like other parts of it. It could be way worse. But they said go to this specific location, go through here, and it looks like you're gonna get your car towed, but you won't, kind of thing, because it feels more residential. And so I was a little bit nervous because years ago when I went to a Cincinnati Reds game, I parked in an area where it said you're fine to park here. I got my car towed during the game. So I've always been like super, super like PTSD now from that. But I left my car there. We walked out to the beach, and it was like probably the best experience I had ever had. So yeah. So if you get a chance, check it out. I think it's a good one.
Yeah, that's definitely on the list. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
I know the one we go to right now is we go to Honeymoon Island a lot, and it's one of those places where you have to have you either have to pay to get in or you have to have a pass. And so we got a pass, of course. But yeah, it's legit. I mean, there's beautiful sand, beautiful water. It's nice.
So since you said the kids are you all are all like, yes, the beach is almost like normal now, but do you think there's something you all could do differently that makes people excited almost? Because is there opportunities to do things that you normally wouldn't do, like snorkeling or go like on a boat or something, kind of go out to the ocean and fish, or like is there other things you could do to kind of make it exciting for the kiddos?
That's what's great about here is that we have the inlets as well too. So if you don't want to go to the beach, you can go to the waterways. Kayaking is a big thing here, and some of them are just cool places where you just go and hang out and you get the beach atmosphere, but you're not necessarily on the beach. Plenty of places to hang out and just kind of chill. So it's you just got to go out and look for it, and the stuff's all there. I mean, this place, all of this is geared towards the outdoors. So just as long as you don't mind being outside, there's just so much to do because it's year round. You can do anything you want. You just turned sideways, zombie.
I know. I gotta fix it. Sorry. Somebody sent me a text, so I'm trying to get them the information they want. So bear with me. I apologize. Let me fix it.
Good grief at the unprofessionalism. I can't work like this.
I know.
What are we working with, Joey?
I know. It is.
I mean,
we know it ain't working with much. Let's be honest.
It's all over the place.
Just make sure my check's in the mail.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
there we go.
Oh no, sorry. I don't know.
Come on, dude. Joey, you let the cat out of the bag, man. You jerk.
Sorry. It's all about ratings, man. All about getting the ratings.
Right.
What's up, Jeremy?
What's going on? I'm going through my Robinson Cano investment stack right here.
Oh,
future Hall of Famer.
Didn't he just get suspended for 162 games for testing positive?
Yeah, he did.
Second time.
I was just saying, did you find a needle in that stack? So, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be here all week. I'll be here all week.
Yeah,
Several
exactly.
needles in here.
Jeremy, he got so offended, he got off camera. He was so offended.
Give me a sec. Give me a sec.
Well, I don't want you. You better not pop back on and be naked. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, what else do I go off screen for?
Exactly.
Jason, there's I don't know how familiar you are with St. Pete, but downtown there's a restaurant. I think it's called Moon on the River or something like that. If you get down that way near Tropicana Field, it's solid as well.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah, we haven't ventured too far away from, because I'm actually in Dunedin area, and it's real close to Clearwater. It's like we're close to Clearwater, Indian Rocks, all those places. But we haven't ventured too much into St. Pete yet. So, I mean, that's definitely on the plans to go down there and check that out. So I'll have to.
Clearly, if I make my way to a beach, it's not to bathe in the sun. It's to eat the fresh seafood. So
right.
Well, and your tour guide, Hulk Hogan, will be more than happy to show you around Clearwater. So.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, brother.
Yeah. You just gotta drop the leg on him before you go.
I gotta take him off the rope.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, dude. So Jeremy, what are you gonna do with all those Robbie Cano cards, dude? Are you gonna throw them in a fire pit and keep yourself warm on this cold Texas night?
No, they're gonna go back into that box.
Is that your juice
box? No, it's just a commons box. These aren't investment cards at all. That's a rib. That's a rib.
Just
the blue walnut.
Man. Oh my gosh. So that's how I felt. That's how I felt with my Jose Altuve collection. I was so pissed off after he got caught cheating. I had like hundreds, if not getting close to like 600-700 cards.
Still an Altuve fan. I know a lot of people have mixed emotions about him, but I think he's still a hell of a ball player. I didn't think the whole cheating incident was all that bad. I mean, they might have gone a little too far. I don't know what everybody's opinion is on this, because I was gone while all this was really coming out, so I didn't really get to see all of that. But I didn't think it was all that bad, because every player is always trying to gain an advantage. Maybe they went a little too far and sending smoke signals out in the outfield. I don't know exactly what they were doing, but I didn't think it was all that bad. And so I actually started buying Altuve stuff because his prices started going down. Because I think in this fickle society, people are going to forget that he did what he did. And then in a couple of years, he's going to have another MVP type season. His cards are start going to rise up, and we're all going to be back on the wagon.
Yeah, I think it's completely overblown. There was a guy that went through all the Astros games and tracked all the bangs, all the audible trash can bangs, and Altuve easily had lowest percentage on the team. Everyone on the team says that he didn't participate in it, that he didn't like it, and the numbers back it up. He hit better on the road that year. I think it's all overblown. Every team does it. The Astros had a snitch. That's the only difference.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot of the more success you have, the more people that are out to bring you down. Because, I mean, the perfect example is the Patriots. When you win all the time, everybody's always trying to look and find some kind of flaw to your game. So they bring that up, the Patriots with the Deflategate and all the issues that they had. And I just think it was a witch hunt.
Yeah,
I think we need to make a pause and just bring in the fact that Mike's with us right now. Like, I mean, I feel like a warm tingle over my body. Like, I feel like it's like just.
I was gonna say, good Lord, Mike must be bored tonight.
I know he's scraping the bottom of the barrel if he's over here hanging out in my chair. He was like, do I want to watch, Fox News, or I go watch Jason? I guess I'm gonna watch Jason for a little bit. So
Don't let him
So,
fool you. He's got Fox News on in his headphone or something.
yeah. So what do you think about that, Mike? We already heard Jason was talking about it, and then of course we have Jeremy. So what do you think about the whole Astros, Boston Red Sox? Is it overblown, or do you think maybe it is what it is? It's a little bit more serious than people make it out to be. What's your stance?
Jeremy's, of course, going to be biased, right? Because he's an Astros fan, so he's naturally biased. So his opinion shouldn't even count. But
I'm a baseball fan, Mike.
It is funny that Jeremy and I were texting earlier about Cano. What an idiot! I mean, what an absolute moron! Get caught again. It's like, really, dude? I mean, I think he had a chance. I think he had, and he gave up $24 million. Like, the Mets owner was going, thank God, I don't have to pay this guy,
Yeah, that's true.
See, I like what John's saying right here. There's always he's absolutely correct. There's always been some kind of cheating in the game. The Astros just figured out how to do it in a 21st century kind of way, So I mean,
and it's
I've coached ball for 16 years, and we're all even the coaches, we're all trying to get any kind of advantage we can get from the dugout. Are they are the pitchers tipping their pitches? Are there is there some kind of routine? Is there some kind of tip that they're giving? Are they? It's all part of the game.
Right. You're always looking for it.
You're not cheating. You're not trying.
I shouldn't render an opinion because I hate the Astros. So,
so if you all know, Sean is stealing second, and he very much feels the same way a few of you all do about the whole he doesn't really give too much thought about the cheating aspect of the game, and he always says, which I think is pretty funny. He goes, let somebody like Barry Bonds juice as much as he wants. Let him go against somebody like Aroldis Chapman. Let him juice, and then let everybody see what happens. Just let the best of the best throw as fast and hard as they can with a guy that can hit as hard as he wants, and let him go to town.
Bonds is going to take him 500 feet to right field. That's what's going to happen.
What do you say, Jason?
I said that's kind of the way that whole steroid era was. I mean, if everybody was juicing like they say they were, I mean, it was kind of a level playing field.
Oh Lord, let's not get Payne started on the steroid era, because
I'm keeping a lid on it. I'm keeping a lid on it because
we may have a.
I don't want everybody to. Yeah, no. I just stay classy. It happens once in a while. I can keep a lid on it. So
we can't give Jason a heart attack by talking about this. He'll keel over.
No. I know exactly. Somebody to call 911 because you'll see me hit the floor. So
all right. So Mike, let me ask you a quick question. I saw on your most recent video you're talking about the Hall of Fame ballots coming out. So there aren't too many names on there that are blowing me away. So is this the year that we start really thinking like a Bonds and a Clemens have a shot to get that 75%?
Yeah, this is their 9th year, right? So they've only got 2 more anyway. And next year, can't remember who. There's no first timers this year that are like anything big. And you got Schilling will make it this year. I think he was at 70% last year, so he's gonna come over. But it wouldn't shock me if Schilling's the only guy that gets in, and it wouldn't shock me if you saw Schilling, Bonds, and Clemens all get in. But and then the floodgates really open, because once you let them in, I think I'm kind of the again, I don't want to get Jason all riled up. I'm not trying to, but
you can see him; he's turning red.
I know.
I'm just trying to keep it together. But
to me, the simple way I look at it is, right or wrong, I go, look, you have an entire era of baseball, just like what Jason was saying, and if you just want to we don't know who wasn't juicing. We don't know for sure. We know a lot of guys that were, right, that were listed in reports and all this kind of stuff. But you don't, like, can you say Derek Jeter ever took steroids? I don't think he did, but I don't know that he didn't. And I don't know that, any guys for that. Should we just discount an entire era of baseball? To me, that's more tragic than letting in some guys like Bond. Look, they're multi-generational talents, Bonds, Clemens. Did they play longer because they took roids? Yes. Did they probably get hurt less and recover faster? Yes. But you still have to hit a baseball. It's not like it's and so it's very much it's a tough call. I'm not saying I'm like I can be easily convinced that I'm wrong here. I'm just saying it's a whole era that Jason was saying if everybody juiced, then
there's one person on this chat that thinks you're wrong. One person.
Yeah, Jason.
And that's it. You got 4 people backing you. And Jason forgot to take his meds. Look at his face. He's as red as a tomato.
It's like the Irish in me. I can't help it. It's like when I start getting livid, it's like I'm just like, oh. So I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep a lid on it. Like I said, I'm, pinkies out. Stay classy.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Norman misses you, man. He misses.
Oh, does he?
Hanging out. Yeah. He was like, "Where's Jeremy?" I'm like, "I don't know. He's not here." So.
And John Mangini, he's absolutely right. A Hall of Fame without the all-time home run king and all-time hit leader and the single-game strikeout leader isn't much of a Hall of Fame.
Well said, sir.
I mean,
Rose should be in. Does everybody think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame?
Absolutely.
As a player, yeah.
Yeah.
You can split up his playing days and his managing days.
Hey, did y'all know that Jason Payne's house was made of glass? Did y'all know that?
Don't you dare throw a rock at me. Don't you do it. But,
So,
I
Joey,
come down on it like, where somebody always goes, well, cheating, if you let these people in, you let that person in or whatever you say, because there's a rabbit hole we all fall down. If you say, well, this one's acceptable, this one's not, I work from the perspective as none of it's acceptable. So I stay, impartial that way and say, you can't say, well, these people can get in because it wasn't as egregious as these people. I'm just like, if they cheated for whatever the reason, they should be gone, or they shouldn't be there, or they shouldn't get in. So whatever.
Where do you put?
But all I'm thinking about now is Don Mattingly has a chance after getting Manager of the Year. I'm like, Mattingly might freaking now get a chance to get in. Like he's maybe padding him some stats or something. I'm like, please Jesus. So we'll see. So
All right. So where do you fall with like cocaine in the 80s and greens going all the way back to the 50s and whatnot as performance enhancers? Because not everyone was doing that stuff. Also, cocaine not so much long term.
I was gonna say, when did cocaine give you ability to hit a baseball? I want to know. So that was the case.
Hyper focus.
Darryl Strawberry would have been an 800 run home hitter.
I think we all know that the Babe, ate excessive hot dogs. So I mean,
yeah. But wieners are PEDs back in the 20s.
Yeah. I mean, especially the way that Babe Ruth ate them. He definitely did. So.
This conversation, I didn't think I was going to have.
I mean, how many slump busters did Mickey Mantle run through? I mean,
I think we would be shocked if we knew everything that happened with the players that we, put up on a pedestal. So I mean, I'm with y'all. How can you differentiate, when you don't know who was and who was not? I think you got to go purely based on the numbers at that point.
My thing is that if it's anything, I mean, like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm some sort of chemist and I know everything about everything when it comes to greenies or peas or creams and clears. The fact is, if you use anything to enhance your ability to play, to heal, to be faster, whatever, fill in the blank, I just feel like I don't care if they're already in or not. If there's known evidence, then they shouldn't be there in the story. And I don't care if the Hall of Fame becomes a Hall of Good because you take out a third of the people or whatever. I don't know if that's even a realistic number, but for me, and I understand like it's like what people have said, you know, you don't know everybody and you're taking out certain people who, you know, may have been disassociated with it and all that. And I understand all that, but there has to be like a hard and fast line and rule that says you can't get in. But now, quite frankly, with Harold Baines in there and Trevor Hoffman, I feel like anybody should really can get in. I mean, it's almost like what's the word? It's almost like a travesty if you think about some of these other guys like Clemens and Bonds aren't in there, but Harold Baines.
Okay.
You know, so.
That's
Hey,
kinda what-
are you, Joey? Are you typing? We can all hear you typing.
It's somebody's mic.
Oh, is it? I think it's Joey's typing.
If
can't
everybody
type that
mute your mic, and we'll find out who it is. Bob Lewis.
Bob Lewis.
You can't blame it
Man.
on me.
We got so many Hall of Famers in here. I feel like I shouldn't even deserve to be in here anymore. I might just leave. So.
Payne, you see what happens when you had me on your show.
I know. Well, I figured you would eventually hear it, and you would just be like, "Oh, I'm typing nonstop, and no one can hear anybody else." But you never got the memo.
Joey H44 brings the hops.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, Bob.
But yeah,
look,
man,
I'm talking
hey.
to Jason. I'm talking to Jason.
I know, man. Look at that. Sounds like somebody's ham boning or something.
It
I
does.
know. And Joey's like he's writing the next Great American novel over there.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason. Not Jason Zombie Collector. Jason Cub fan. Mute your mic real quick. I wonder if it's him. Ta-da.
What's Jason doing?
It's probably just his mic is acting funny.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Joey. So I just saw him like this the whole time, and I'm like, "What's?"
Oh, you owe
It's
Joey an
okay,
apology,
Jason.
man.
I owe you an apology, Joey.
Well, hey, you're no different than my wife. I get blamed for everything.
Oh God, yeah. So no, go ahead, Jason. Get back on, dude. I just thought it was Joey. It is what it is.
Yeah, I just got back on. It was still doing it on my yeah. This might be my mic.
It is what it is, dude. Sorry.
Or you can mute yourself till you have something you want to add into the conversation.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Is that where we're going now?
See this media savvy you get, Jason, with a mic in here.
I know. Didn't see Mike. I mean, you gotta just rub elbows with greatness sometimes, so you can kind of learn these things.
Nice cat. I like your pussy back there, Bob.
Where's she at?
Hey, that's the pussy
Hey,
that can
what's
lick
up?
itself, right?
Oh God!
Louie.
I think I just threw my back out. Oh, that was awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm like sweating.
She's cool.
Woo. That
You know
was
what her
awesome.
name is?
Her
Her name
what?
is Luby. Luby.
Luby, yes.
I'm gonna leave that
Oh
one
my
alone.
gosh.
I'm gonna
as
leave it
you
alone.
should. As you should.
So, what do you all think? Is Robinson Cano done? Is he done for good?
No, he's got a guaranteed contract.
So he just done for the year, but he'll be back ready
Yeah.
for next year, I guess.
Yeah, he'll be back. He's got years left still.
So he's like the new Bobby Bonilla.
Somebody will give him a shot. Somebody will give him a shot on a 1-year deal or something.
He'll be
Yeah,
a
shot in the
pirate.
butt.
Hey, maybe he'll go to Cincinnati.
We'll take him. Oh God.
He
Oh
is
my
signed.
God. So, yeah.
Cano is signed through 2023.
Oh wow. So yeah, he will
So,
be
yeah,
around for a
he'll
while.
be back 2 more years and another $48 million.
Yeah, 24 million a season in 22 and 23.
So there's
But
no
you said they don't have to pay him this first year, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If there's a provision in the contract, like if you get popped for steroids, do you forfeit your money?
Any suspension, you don't get paid for those games.
Right. Well, that just saves the Mets a lot of money by switching to Geico. So,
Hey, Bob, at this show this weekend, man, we were seeing Austin Meadows stuff all over the place.
I'm sure it was pretty affordable because he did not have a very good season the way it goes. Like I thought about.
We'll give you 5 cards. We'll give you 5 cards and $5 if you just take them away from it.
Yeah, pretty much. So you got.
I made $2,300
right
doing it.
Gleyber Torres and Austin Meadows, the 2 biggest busts so far of 18 of 2020, and I think I just laugh. I kind of joke at it that people have written Gleyber Torres off, and Austin Meadows is a bust. They both had like 30+ home runs just 60 games ago, so
yeah,
just how quick we're to like forget about some, write somebody off, and then next year Alex Verdugo will blow up and his rookie cards will be $50 or whatever, and whenever he's not even a thought in your mind right now.
Gleyber Torres,
but then you have the people, But then you have the people that are like, who Aaron Judge hasn't been able to string together a successful couple years, but you have people who are like, oh, he's so great, he's going to come back this year and be awesome, and he's had more seasons of mediocrity than Meadows.
Injuries, yeah. I mean, and Meadows got the injury thing too. It is what it is. I enjoy collecting him. I enjoy watching the team. He's a good man. You know what I mean? Somebody I would want my kids to sort of root for, type of thing. Yeah. And he's affordable.
Right.
No, nothing deep yet.
Couple more names.
I'm not doing any Jason Handy tonight.
Oh, okay, good. Whew.
Couple more names for the Hall of Fame discussion, guys. Let me see if I can get these in here. Right there.
Let's say one in.
Yes,
one
on both.
Sure.
I'm gonna say the Crime Dog, and then not anything for Mr. Grill Master, Gary Grillmaster Sheffield.
I do like his batting stance, though.
Oh, yeah, his batting stance is legit. Do you all remember back in like 89, 90, whenever he I guess it was 90 when he came on, he would do all those interviews, and he did those pictures like his first couple years. He had his grill in. Mm-hmm. Every time he had like pictures of his grill, and I'm like, what in the world is this going on? Like, he was doing it way before Master P. So I remember that.
He hit 50 bombs with 5 different teams.
Wow.
I know.
Just elite bat speed, Gary Sheffield.
Yeah, elite PED user too.
Why do you think he was able to swing that bat so fast?
Exactly. He swung it so fast it came around twice and hit it. So he he definitely was it Sheffield who held the bat like this? I think it was right?
He's up here.
Yeah. I will say that's probably one of the most unique yet awesome stances I've ever seen. So I'll say yes for sure to that.
Listen, I hope some of these guys get in because about 90%
I'm signing up
of my collection
guys
out of that part.
Guys, have a good night.
All right, see you, Jason.
Hey, buddy.
Take care.
Yeah.
I miss you already.
Most of my collection's from that era, man. I hope some of them get in, or I'm screwed.
You need to get that money for your kid's college.
If that McGriff rookie doesn't take off, man, my whole retirement strategy is blown.
You put all your eggs in the McGriff basket.
Yeah.
It was those training videos he was endorsing, man.
Yes.
Hey, Bob, when's the next cardboard podcast?
We're gonna we'll have something up within a week. By the weekend, I would think we'll have something up. We were gonna do something the other night, and it just ended up being a long conversation. Which from those conversations, typically, we're making notes or whatever, just things to kind of revisit, and ideas come out of those conversations anyway. So it's not like it's all just talking about the weather.
I mean, in situations like that, do you ever kind of think in your head, "What your back hurts so much from carrying Mark"?
I mean, yeah, I think that's pretty much common knowledge by now.
I love this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course I get tired. I mean,
So
Oh,
speaking of podcasts, Mike, when is Jason Zombie Collector going to be on Golden Age of Cardboard?
I don't think his fans are ready for that.
I think that anybody that sees this is going to see us interacting, and they're going to shit their pants. They're not going to believe it.
Yeah, I already did. I actually had to change right before. When you all said, Jason, your camera went sideways, that was actually me changing my pants.
Yeah,
I didn't want to say anything in front of you all. I was too embarrassed. So.
I'm fully expecting Jesus to come back tonight at some point.
I'd be okay with that.
Oh my gosh! So hey, Mike, talking about Hall of Fame and all that. When are you going to end up doing it again this year, or with the way things are with Bench Clear, is there like a conflict or anything, or you can just do whatever you want, or?
I can do whatever I want.
Okay. And I know that you've said in the past, because of people like myself giving you such a hard time, you're sometimes not worth the hassle. So are you going to be doing it this year, or you haven't made your mind up, or where are you at on that?
I've been convinced by a lot of people that just do it, and it's going to be what it's going to be. And some people hate it. And that's
it, man.
Most people like it. So that's
right.
That's all good.
The positive outweighs the negative for sure.
I think so. I mean, it and the whole people don't understand the genesis of it was so that people could shout out other channels that they like, right? And recognize, say, hey, I think this person is that level of good, whoever they vote for. And it was never meant to be exclusive or anything like that. People took it that way, but again, the rules are the rules. If somebody doesn't like it, they can go do their own or something. I don't.
Yeah. You can start your own Hall of Fame.
Bob, where's your jacket, by the way, man? I thought you wore that thing all the time.
It's at the cleaners, actually.
Gosh.
I get it pressed. I'm gonna have it the jean vest, gold lace or gold threading, and maybe some gold leaf. Can I say pimp it out on here?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, of course, dude.
All right.
I mean, with Baseball Collector on here, everything goes. I mean, at this point, I mean,
I doubt people will watch this and be like, I can't believe Bob said pimp it out. Like, I don't think that'll be what comes to mind, right?
Exactly.
It's funny is though, like now that I'm, part of the Bench Clear crew or whatever, there's going to be, we're not eligible. Like you can't even vote for Bench Clear. We won't even be eligible. So, because you have to be doing videos for a year. So no one can say I'm continuing to do it.
Oh, there you go.
To get.
But you know what? You're the commish. You can do whatever you want.
I'm not everybody's commish, apparently. So.
Hashtag not my commish.
Right. But
I think you started that, Jay.
I think so.
But it's
I think that all kidding aside, regardless of the past indiscretions or whatever, I do enjoy it. I do like to see what people say, because quite frankly, if you didn't do stuff like that, I would not have known about John Mangini, because he was never on my radar. And last year when people were putting him over, I was like, who is this guy? Who is this Italian schmuck that keeps get popping up? And then I went to go check out his channel. I wanted to hate it so much, and I'm like, man, this guy is literally the most amazing collector out there. I love it. He's like the Italian version of Dave, Blue Jacket 66. It's like amazing. So, I mean, he's not a doctor, but I mean, Dave got this all beat there. But I was just really impressed. So yeah, I think with all the boo-hooing and people pissing and moaning, including myself, it is really a good opportunity to learn a lot about people's channels. So I do think that's great.
All right. 3 best collections on YouTube. My opinion, John Mangini, Dave Blue Jacket 66, and Eric Those Back Pages. Those are the, I think, if you were to say, and it obviously it's up for debate, but those would be
Depends
3
what you like.
collections that I would love to have. Who?
I mean, I've seen Fu. I don't know how big his collection is, but I've seen a small sample size of Mark's collection, and I mean that's got to be somewhere on the list.
Yeah, he's the what is it? Not quantity but quality, right? He's definitely in that mantra. So
I mean, I saw a PSA 10 Michael Jordan rookie, so I mean
that's his wife's actually. That's his wife's. Jeremy heard the whole story, I think, didn't you?
Mhm.
Did you know he was at my house last weekend? Mark was at my house.
Oh yeah, I saw him there.
And
with his pink hair, or what was his hair color?
It was some type of green.
Oh, green. Okay.
Believe me, we gave him.
It was he had the Britney Spears shirt on too.
He did. He had a Britney Spears shirt on. Yeah, Andrew
living that Miami life.
I agree though with you, Mike. I think for me it's Dave and John for sure. But honestly, I don't know, man. Who's that third one? For me, that third one, I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like honestly, if people watch New York Yanks Fan 7, if you see his channel, he has an amazing collection. I like his stuff a whole lot. He doesn't get a lot of talk. A lot of people don't talk about his stuff for whatever reason. But I mean, if you watch his videos, like I have, even from back when he was Dark Fungus to now or whatever, I mean, it's pretty impressive. So I don't know. I like his stuff a lot. I mean, honestly, too, Mike, being totally transparent, your collection is amazing. Every time you show your Don Sutton collection, it makes me weak in the knees.
Don Sutton made an appearance, yes.
Exactly. No, but all kidding aside, I mean, let's be honest, dude. Like the autograph collection you have and like your commitment to getting like every Topps card of every Hall of Famer of every ever created, like known to man, like it's something that is hashtag legendary. So I mean, I remember when you were showing off cards of like random Michael Jack Schmidt cards of like 87 and 92 or whatever and 74, and I'm just like, what the hell? But it was like, it's just awesome. It's just so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's legit.
Jeremy got to see it.
Jeremy, did you get to touch the beast?
Hey,
I don't know how to answer that.
See what I did there? See what I did there?
I know there was a bunch of folks in that room. I know that.
Exactly. And they were drinking.
You should have smelt it afterwards.
I bet.
Everybody was touching my beast. Everybody was having their turns.
Everybody was touching it. But let's be honest, Mike made sure everybody was wearing their white gloves before they touched the beast.
They all had protection. We all used protection.
Everybody had to use protection. Yes.
Boy, this has gone down. This has gone south quick.
Oh, you said it's going south. It sure did. So, Mike, what is your confidence level for for the National next year in Chicago? I mean, are you feeling that it's going to happen? I mean, I know no one knows, but are you feeling pretty confident?
50-50?
50-50. So,
and but I would, if I had to put money, if it wasn't a 50-50 bet, I had to put bet, I would bet that it's going to happen. But I'm not overly confident that that's true. I hope it does, obviously, but
sure.
I mean, we had a 400 table show here. I mean,
which was awesome.
It's not like they're not doing shows across the country.
Right.
And so I was hoping that the shows that were happening from small to large would be some type of confidence booster to the people running the National, that, okay, people have to be careful, and, there's got to be some rules, and we'll see what the world looks like in 10 months or whatever it is. If we have a vaccine, it becomes that's widely distributed, then you might have a different Oh, see, look, Dave's a doctor, so crying out loud, if he says the National's going to happen, then I would trust him more than myself. But
exactly, we got a doctor in the house. Everybody, infectious disease doctor, emergency room doctor. He knows his stuff. So,
what about you? Do you think it's going to happen?
I mean, I hope so because I mean, quite frankly, I think everybody was disappointed it didn't happen this year, and I think that all of us are trying to make do with local, card shows. The ones of us that can go to them. I know on the East Coast, people are trying to hit up some of those the Philly area or New York area. There's a couple of guys doing pickup videos. I know obviously you guys did one of there in Texas. Here in Indiana, they were doing shows on the regular, nowhere near 400, of course, but I mean, everything was pretty common. But just today was released that all the shows for December have been canceled because Indiana's going back into its shell for the time being, I guess. But I mean, we were getting shows back regularly for the last 4 months, I would say. And like you said, everybody's doing it safely. People had their masks on, and I mean, we all know social distancing at a show is about near impossible. But people wore their masks, and people were not necessarily on top of each other like in the past, so that was helpful. But yeah, I'm hoping it happens, quite frankly, because I mean, watching you all do the national or the show that's in Texas, you all did. I mean, that was amazing. Like I just was like, wow. That was like a mini national, like what I would expect. You said 400 tables.
Was that the show last year you opened up the 93 SP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and that little kid.
Did he ever get that graded?
Good. Tell me Maddox wasn't awesome on his
That
video.
Maddox was awesome, dude. That kid was awesome.
Yeah, it was so good.
That was so good. I mean, I'm like, that kid has a future in TV or film or journalism or whatever he wants to do because that was so good. And the way he was thinking on the fly, like the things that he would say, like, I mean, that's like something that you would have to be, I feel like years in advance to be that witty. And I was really impressed with that kid. I was like, wow. What'd you say?
I said it takes a long time to harness your wit skills for sure.
Right.
He went to the Bob Lewis School of Broadcasting
yeah, right.
in YouTube.
It's all downhill from here.
Bob, are you going to go to the National next year if it happens?
Yeah. I got I'll have May, June, July. It should work out. We're expecting in May. So we'll see if it's our third, so it's like riding a bike, I should be able to get
says the guy who's not giving birth.
Yeah, right. I think I stayed.
It's like riding a bike. You'll be fine.
I got up there. I left like Thursday morning at 00 hours, and then took the bus there. And so I was there like Thursday all day, stayed Thursday night, Friday night, and then stayed pretty much all day Saturday and caught like an 11 p.m. bus ride home. So that was good. You never want to go home, but I'm curious about that Wednesday deal, but is that just for VIP stuff?
No, I think Wednesday is the best day, honestly.
I've heard that.
But it's because, like, if you're going to get something that you really want, Wednesday, all the cards are there, right? Everything that's going to be there is there. It starts getting picked through and bought up and whatever. And so the selection is lower as the week goes on, which makes sense, right? And then there's free signers usually on Wednesday. Last year was, or not last year. Well, yeah, technically, I guess it was last year. Drew Pearson, like Dale Murphy's been a signer before on that. Just guys that.
Those lines are probably huge, though, right?
What's that?
For a free Drew Pearson autograph, lines are probably huge.
No, I went through. I kept going back through it because he'll sign for 2 hours, and there's nobody there. That's my point. Is it's
right, okay,
much less attended. But I want to hear from Joey and Jeremy because they've never been to Nationals, and if they're going to go this time,
I plan on it.
For me, guys,
I'm not.
Yeah. So for me, it's always planned at the worst possible time because I'm a school administrator, and it's right as our teachers and the administration is coming back to school after the summer, and it's not a time I can just be gone. It just doesn't look good when the school leadership skipping out.
Yeah, it's the same problem my wife has because she wanted to come next year, but it's right. She's a school principal too, and she can't. It's right when school's starting or a week before or something like that. They can't leave.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I hate it too because I'd love to go.
I've
a giant
wanted to go
party
for a couple of years now, but the decision was always between going to Cooperstown for the induction weekend or the national. They're usually a week apart. And so Cooperstown's won out last couple of years, but I'm not going to mess with the Jeter crowd. I'll planning on going to national next year.
Nice. You won't be disappointed.
So I was going to ask you, Mike, because I know you're a long time national goer or whatnot, or attendee is a better word. Everybody does videos to talk about what to expect or what's the best things about it, the things to stay away from. But in your opinion, what is the one thing that you loathe about it? Like one thing that you're like, if they didn't have this, or if this wasn't a part of the whole experience, it would make it that much better. Is there a certain thing that you could do with that? Like when you get home on Sunday or Monday, you're like, I love the national, everything but this one thing. Is there one of that, or is it just awesome all across the board?
My feet are killing me on Monday.
Cement floors.
But I've had, I've been to nationals pre-YouTube and nationals with YouTube.
Whoa.
I know.
You said nationals.
Oh, I did. Well, I'm talking about touche, but I'm saying the nationals that I've been to multiple nationals, meaning plural.
There you go. Okay. I'll let it slide.
But the experience is so much different when you can walk around and see people that and talk to and hang out with, and versus when I've gone before when I didn't know anybody and I'm just looking for cards. Which is great, but it's two very different experiences. But man, your feet hurt so bad, right, Bob? I mean,
So yeah, I came prepared. I had insoles and I had a pair of running shoes that I had never ran in. Actually, they just were in my closet. My wife would never let me wear them because we paid a lot of money for them, and if you're gonna wear them, you're gonna run in them.
Don't they just call those shoes? You don't call them running shoes if you don't.
No, these right. Well, they were actually supposed to be so that they're real light and they're real cushiony,
spongy.
Yeah, so I'll have to invest in another pair of running shoes.
I'll just call them
national shoes. Yeah.
They never get used for
I gotta go put the kids to bed. I'll be back.
All
right. We'll see you in a minute.
All right.
Bye, Jeremy. Love you.
Bye. See y'all later.
Peace.
I'm getting some very interesting texts right now about this live stream.
Yeah, Mark just sent me some text. So let me ask you this, Mike, just a follow-up. So since you said you were going pre and post YouTube experience, so the first time you went, and it's a two-part question. The first time you went and you saw somebody maybe you respected or really excited to meet, were you a little bit nervous to meet a YouTuber that was somebody you thought was really cool? And then vice versa, the first time somebody met you and you could tell they were nervous or kind of in awe. What was that experience like on both sides of it?
Yes, the first one, yes. Several guys. I just got a text from Mark too. Sorry, he distracted me. So I remember meeting Eric the first time and being like, holy crap, that's those back pages. And I remember meeting, I was really happy to meet Andrew, Enough Said Cards. Just guys that there's Rick. I met Rick last year. I think he was a little nervous, honestly, but there was one guy last year that was funny. I was in line to get the eBay gift card. Remember that, Bob? You could get in line and get the $10 off. And I was standing there talking to somebody, and this guy turns around and says, oh my gosh, you're a baseball collector. And I'm like, yes, nice to meet you. And he starts showing me pictures of his collection on his phone. And it's unreal, the stuff this guy's like, holy crap, dude, your stuff's amazing. He goes, I watch one channel and it's yours. And I thought he was full of it. But then he started telling me about Julie, and he knew enough about my channel that I at least knew he watched me. Maybe I wasn't the only one he watched, but he said that. And we start talking some more, and he ends up giving me his business card. He said, hey, if you're ever in Miami, look me up. And he's the one of the marketing directors for the Miami Heat. And it's like, holy crap. I was like, yeah. He goes, you got to come down and go to a game. And so he and I text every once in a while. And when they were in the finals, I was texting him and telling him, not that he had a whole lot to do with it, but congrats. He wasn't making buckets or anything. But that was a cool, that was just neat. And then when Bob met me the first time, it was like fanboy.
I couldn't believe you kissed my ring. I couldn't believe you kissed my ring. It was pretty crazy.
But it's fun. It doesn't matter. There are people that don't make content that watch we had people come to the get together that don't even make content, and they just wanted to meet people. And there's certain guys that everybody wants to meet. Eric, people want to meet Snoop, or people want to meet Snoop because he's Snoop. People want to meet Dave. Everybody wants to meet Nolan, Elite Co 3, because
there's a collection I wouldn't mind having.
And Joe, by the way, Joe Silver Jackify is probably the funniest guy next to Bob Lewis. He's hilarious. People love seeing him. Although me and Joe were walking around together like almost a whole day, and people would go, "Hey, Mike," and I love your stuff. And Joe would go, "I have a channel too," and they're like, "What's your channel?" Which is funny because Joe's channel is much bigger than mine, and in terms of people that watch and all that stuff, and that was funny. And he kind of didn't like that. He got a little butt hurt, but he just carries around his custom card and drops it, randomly.
Oh, that's right. I remember him telling me. And then watching from 20 feet away just to see who picks it up and what they do with it. That's pretty good.
So there's a question for you, Mike, right there.
Yeah, if
the first time anybody meets me.
I was thinking that the whole week, Joey.
I know you were.
I'll give you a run for your money, Joey. I promise I will.
Well, this is kind of embarrassing, but when I met Mark, I was like, "Who's this douchebag?" I just, he had his weird fanny pack. He's trying to be like Pepino, and he's not as good as Pepino, and it was quite underwhelming. Half and half, Gary, to answer your question. Shocking. And that's probably true of most people's channels. Is we're about 50-50, our non-subscribers.
I'm glad to hear Pepino says he's not going to wear stilettos at the National. He's going to go with tennis shoes.
Yeah, keep it conservative.
Yeah, what's Mark? 5'2"? I think he's
very underwhelming.
Yeah. He did win me over though. Mark's a great guy. Come on. Let's be honest.
Come on now. Yeah, like I said, if it wasn't for Bob, Carey, and Mark through their YouTube adventure, we wouldn't even know who Mark is anymore. So
yeah.
He
is doing a 68 set though. That's badass.
It is. Yeah. I actually sent him some cards.
Yeah, you gave him some cards, so that's cool.
I try.
Yeah. I didn't get credit for the card that I gave him, but that's all right.
If anybody wants to know, I'm starting a 52 top set. If people want to start,
oh, you beat me to it. So I know that you were talking about Mike on the Bench Clear channel when it was the Dallas show, that there was an overwhelming amount of modern stuff, and there wasn't much of the way of vintage, but you did find some stuff there at some point. Obviously, I saw that Roy Campanella was legit. Well, that was awesome. But what are some of the things that, assuming we're not going to be able to do too many shows between now and the end of the year, or even maybe till the national, like, are there a few that you're left looking to get that are attainable for you, or are you at a point now that you're just like, I really got to sell plasma because I'm not going to be able to afford this next car because it's really high?
No,
Or
there's plenty of cheapy stuff that I have both. You know, I mean, I'm buying both all the time, and I can't buy, like, that card wasn't really in the budget, but I had to run to the ATM because it was an opportunity to get it. Where'd Jason go? He just left. The host is gone.
I think he froze up.
Yeah,
He'll be
It's
back.
like Hobby Palooza all over again, doesn't it, Bob?
I know.
I'm having like flashbacks.
Hobby Palooza
Sorry.
flashbacks for Bob.
Sorry. So you said that there are some that you still can find.
Plenty of cheapies.
Okay.
And I bought as many, if you saw what I got just as many cheap cards as I did. You know what I mean? I got $10 cards, $20 cards, stuff like that. So it's, and I helped, some guys go through dollar boxes, and because once I bought the Campanella, I was really out of money. And so I had to just enjoy and help other people. And I was running around looking for a card for Dave, Blue Jacket, running around looking for cards for some other guys. So that was actually a blast. Like, okay, challenge accepted. Let's see if we can find what they're looking for.
Like
and
you said, it wasn't your money, so it's fun.
Oh, that's even the most fun. And then, I bought a Shane Bieber autograph, for $12, just stuff like that I want to have. So it's not, I got plenty. So it's never, and no matter what you collect, you're going to find something, there. Dave, Midlife Card Crisis was there, and he's buying lots of great autos that he wanted for his collection. And Bill, I guess I should put Bill in my top 3 collections too.
Yeah, Bill, dude. He's my
Holy
third.
crap.
You're exactly right. He's my third. Yeah.
Holy
If I was gonna get in bed with 3 people, it would be Bill, Dave, and John, for sure.
That could be a good YouTube video. The 3 of
That
you
would be.
before you guys get in bed together. That I don't know if it would be.
That sounds like a
It'll be
great
like
sitcom.
college all over again.
Hey, yeah, I don't think you make it past the restrictions.
We're all gonna wear our masks. It'll be safe. Right. So, all right.
All right.
Cool.
I'm gonna run out of here, guys. Hey, Jason, thanks for letting me on your stream, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for popping on. It was great.
right,
Good
Anytime.
stuff.
Bye, Joey.
See you,
Take
Mike.
care.
Mike.
Bye, Bob.
soon.
See you guys. Tell
Bye, Mike.
Jeremy bye when he comes, if he ever comes back.
Yeah, he's doing daddy duty. Thank you.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Later, Mike.
Oh my gosh.
And then there were 3.
And then there was 3.
That was
Man.
that was worth the price of admission right there.
I know. I'm glad I paid everybody in advance to make sure they come on, or else that would have been real embarrassing.
No. I'm talking about having Bob Lewis on here. Now that Mike's gone, we might
Now
get
we can
some views.
speak freely, right? Now that Mike's gone, right?
Like
Well, I know that Dave was. I sound like Dave was a little bit disappointed that he's not going to get the Thunderdome experience at the National we talked about. So
Still
you
a lot
never
of time.
know. There's a lot of days between now and August. It could definitely still happen. So you just never know. Oh my gosh! So right now, what are you doing, Bob? Are you working on your collection there? What's happening?
Yeah, so I had acquired a number of Austin Meadows probably in the last 6 months. Yeah. And I had
6 months.
it just I hadn't got a chance to like do what I do with them and put them where they go.
Right.
So by the end of the stream, I should have an official count for you, just in case.
That'd be awesome. Now,
Yeah.
if it's not too much to ask, Joey wanted me to ask you if you get up to get like a bottle of water or something, if you
Yeah.
can go get your Hall of Fame patch, so we can have it in the shot, so it brings our level of coolness up a bit. I'm just throwing it out there.
All right. I'll see if I
Hey,
can get.
listen, Jason, I'm telling you the truth, dude. I haven't been able to stand up for the last hour and a half, dude. I'm so excited.
He looks excited,
Yeah.
man.
I mean,
I mean, like, honestly, when I saw that it said baseball collector pops out like requesting to be on, I was like, is this happening? Is this real life? Am I getting is Ashton Kutcher on here? I'm getting ready to get punked. So yeah, because that situation could have went a lot of ways. so yeah, it was a pleasant surprise. I will say that.
well, we had Bob here as the mediator in case it got out of hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The calming influence.
Everybody pretty much behaves, you know. When
yeah. I know. I mean, again, the reason why everybody behaves is because Bob's no nonsense. Pittsburgh, you know, bleeding.
Tall, and I'm real tall.
Yeah, I was not going to go that route, but I thought somebody would say it. So yeah.
So
But I have to
Jason,
say, if the whole legend of Bob being tall was started by me, I will say, because I was the first one who ever met Bob.
True.
And in my very first video I ever did talking about the time Bob and I met at a local Chinese restaurant, when he got out of his company car, I was like, thank God I'm in a well-lit parking lot, because this guy is like a giant. I'm 5'7". So when Bob got out of the car, I was like, oh God, you know, he seemed like a nice guy, but if you know he wants to beat me up and take my money, like there's not gonna be much I can do about it.
Hey, you know what the neighbors of serial killers always say, right?
What do they say? Let's hear it.
He's such a nice guy.
Oh yeah, he's always such a nice guy. Right.
I had no idea. There were no signs that he would do such a thing. Yeah.
Right.
So we've got Bob Lewis from the city of Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
That's correct.
So bringing it back to the wrestling that me and Jason have been talking a lot about, you know, Pittsburgh is home to one Bruno Sammartino and the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle.
I've actually met Kurt Angle at I wrestled growing up, and he would do like clinics and things, and my dad would always sign me up for camps and things, and yeah, got to meet him. It was pretty cool. I mean, he was just a gold medal dude from from Mount Lebanon up their street.
No biggie.
But that was but he had. I mean, he's. I mean, the wrestling thing really blew up for him. As far as I know, I remember seeing him a lot. Like, wasn't he like a feature pretty much?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he was huge for a solid decade.
They say nobody's caught on to the show that professional wrestling is faster than Kurt Angle did. So I'm sure it probably had a lot to do with his background in amateur wrestling. So, but yeah, he was big for a while.
I wonder how much of if you have the athletic ability, you can learn the moves, the stunts, the tricks, whatever. It's that showmanship piece that really sets people apart. I feel like that's kind of an obvious thing, but from an outsider, I remember more the characters than what somebody's finishing move was, or a specific match. I just
Yeah.
We
think about it very much the same.
Yeah, I mean, I would say most of us growing up in that 80s and 90s even, I mean, some of the guys were good wrestlers, but most of us remember the guys who were good talkers on the mic, and those are the ones you think about, Jake the Snake Roberts and, Rowdy Piper and those kind of guys. I mean, those are the guys you remember.
I was bringing up.
How
Who needs a Hall of Fame patch when you got
that's my Hall of Fame patch right there, Bob Lewis. right there.
That puts mine to shame.
That's the belt that Flair made famous right there.
Oh, well, that was his WCW days or NWA days?
Well, it started NWA, and then WCW bought the NWA. So.
Right.
Yep.
That's cool. That is cool. Yeah, we were talking about wrestling earlier, And then Jason was mentioning how he lives right next door now, essentially to Hulk Hogan's beat shop. But he was like, I don't even care. He's like, I could care less. I don't even like him. Not anymore as a kid, but not when he was not now.
Not since he turned heel on the Macho Man, right?
Oh yeah, the Macho Man. Ooh yeah. So, but I was going to ask you, Bob. With your I almost said Mangini, with your Austin Meadows collection. Oh, hey, Jeremy's back. With your Austin Meadows collection, I know you've been pretty hot and heavy into it. Like you said, you've been picking up cards over the last 6 months. Is there a card you want to try to get between now and the end of the year that kind of like, puts an exclamation point on your collection, or are you kind of holding off for a while?
Yeah, because between now and the end of the year, there will be more spending on others, I think, than like myself.
Sure.
So and now, of course, if I can work some deals or sell some stuff, move some stuff, and some disposable income becomes available, I'm always looking. No, I'm probably gonna hold off on any like over $100 card purchases from him. Just I don't know, like I don't need, like I collect them, but I don't need to have every one. I do like to kind of complete the low like base runs, but I don't, I'm never going to get every triple feds or every tier 1 autograph, and so I don't drive myself nuts when I see one come up. Now, I haven't said that. I will say I would love what the heck is it? I would love, like, I don't have a 2018 Topps Chrome gold refractor auto. I've got just I don't think I do.
I wish I could just look over into a side box and try to find a autograph of anything.
Yeah, I don't think I do. I just got the gold.
Whoa.
What's up,
Almost.
Eggy? Eggy's here.
Egg.
Egg, you gonna be at the
Understood.
Colorado Springs show on Saturday?
Hey, Payne, Eggy's a big wrestling fan too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, him and Victor are the only two guys I knew in the community that were huge into wrestling until you blew me away a couple days ago with your knowledge. I was like, wow, Joey knows his stuff too. So yeah, so it's been good. It's been good getting to know a few guys in the community who likes to dabble in the old wrestling. So, hey, do you see what Henry wrote there?
Oh, watch out
and
now.
the Power Card series for NWA, nice.
Watch out.
It didn't come out as I thought it was going to. It's all drawings and stuff.
He's going to pull out that Nick Aldis 1-of-1 there, Jason Payne.
Oh no, there's a Thunder Rosa right
That's
there.
my girl, Nell.
Oh my gosh, dude, she's so hot. Yeah.
She's so sweet, dude. So
And she
sweet.
seemed like a really great person.
Yeah, she really is. She's sweet.
I think she had like the class, like she handles things like the most classiest way. Like she comes out with the flag, and it's a mix of the American and Mexican flag, and just like really proud of who she is. I think that's just such an amazing story.
She just got her citizenship like last year or early this year.
That's
so
true.
Jason, should I share my Stacy Keebler story?
Oh, you got to hear this story. Yes, this is hilarious.
All right, so Bob Lewis. I got Stacy Keebler got Bob Lewis's attention quick.
Yeah.
All right, so me and a buddy.
I was around the Attitude Era. Yeah.
Yeah, so me and a buddy went to go see a Monday Night Raw up in Atlanta, and it was the Raw where The Rock came back to team with Mick Foley in preparation for Evolution at WrestleMania, right? So afterwards, we went to go get gas to drive home, and this rental van pulls up beside us, and I see Jeremy. Do you remember Test? Do you remember Test?
Yeah, Test for sure.
All right, yeah, all right. So Tess was in the passenger seat, and Stacy Keebler gets out of the driver's seat, and she's walking inside. And I'm like, I got to get her autograph. Holy cow! And I'm freaking out. My freaking hands are sweating already. And so I asked her right before she walks in. I said, Stacy, big fan. Can I have your autograph? She said, sure. You got a pen? And of course, I didn't have a pen. So I motioned to my buddy to throw me a pen, and so he chunks one.
Oh, jeez.
And it's like time starts to slow down. You know, you see it twirling end over end, and it goes right through my hands and hits Stacy Keebler right in the chin.
Gosh.
Oh my God.
But she was great about it. She signed for me, and it was great. But that's my brush
That's
with
hilarious.
Stacy Keebler.
Uh,
I'm sure she was
That's
thinking,
awesome.
that dude is super cool.
and then you'll see, and when she does her like tell-all book, she goes, and that's when I stopped signing for fans.
Right. That could have been
Absolutely.
my.
So what about that, Bob? From you see what Gary said to you? Do you have an answer for that yet?
Yeah, I did not. I didn't move it yet. We want to get
Okay.
it. We're gonna get graded. We're in no real hurry. I mean, the guy's. I don't. I mean, he's gonna do at least a full. At least a full season away from majors. I mean, 17, so I feel like he's
Hasn't
gonna be in the
played.
minors. Right. He
Yeah, he
hasn't done
probably
anything.
yeah, probably our kids will be out of high school before he gets even straps his shoes on and go onto the field.
Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know. It's fun to. I'm glad I have it. You know what I mean. But it is kind of a. I mean, no lie, it's a stressful situation. Like, what do? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, dude,
when
that
is
was so cool. I got to watch you do that, open that live with your dad. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. That was awesome.
we still talk about it because it was just like, you know, that really happened. And yeah, it did. It was probably one of the, I don't know, man, just one of the coolest things for me in 2020, hands down. Maybe even just in the last decade, man, for card hobby stuff. Like, that was a moment. I don't know, man.
I thought you were going to say, because meeting me would be definitely above that, I hope. So
It's 1B.
there you go, 1B. So hey, Jeremy, I know that you were talking a little bit before you left about, you know, your amazing Robinson Cano collection.
Yeah.
But aside from that, is there anything you're going to be doing rest of the year into the next year that you're going to kind of focus on or move a direction of, or kind of like laser focus on anything? Or are you just, because I feel like when I watch your channel, you're one of the guys who kind of do a little bit of everything, kind of like Ed Wesker Griff, which I really like. And, you know, you do basketball, you do football, you do baseball, you do a little mix of autograph collecting, TTMing, you do, you know, slabs, raw. So, I mean, are you going to continue down that path, or are you going to do something a little different?
Yeah, I figured I've got a grading order that I'm going to be working on, screening some cards tomorrow night with B-Roth. We're going to do that live tomorrow night, so come join. And but other than that, I really don't have anything I'm searching for. I would like to add some Dirk Nowitzki rookie stuff. And other than that, I'm just open. So
I picked some stuff up from B. Roth. He's a good guy to deal with. He's a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, we're just gonna hang out tomorrow night, like starting around this time. And I'm gonna be screening cards for my next order.
And when you say screening cards, what does that mean?
Like, I take the card and I put this fancy little tool on it to let me see the centering. I line it up and see if it's centered, and I use one of these fancy little loops here, and I light it up and I look at it like I'm appraising a jewel at a pawn shop.
Man, how much better? when you look through a loop though, Jeremy, aren't the cards like you can look at it with your eye, but then under the loop, man, you see everything, and it's like I wouldn't send anything in if I only used the loop, like just because
I
I
I'll
don't
kind
know,
of
man.
I
I
kind
know
of
that's what they
pre-screen.
use.
Yeah, I kind of pre-screen. I'll go through like everything that I got at this Dallas show. I just went through this afternoon and kind of just eyeballed it to see if it's something that I would consider sending in, and if it is, then I'll card save it up like all these here, and just take a closer look. And if it
My
still
dad came
looks
over
good, then
Monday night.
I'll
We
send it.
we we did that. We went through. They're not. There's no membership anymore as far as the platinum or none of the free cards. So you can just
Yeah,
sign up and take advantage of the value pricing. But
right. And
60 bucks to
that's
do
really
that.
what I signed up for, anyways, is to get the value
Yeah,
pricing. It's like last year when I got the certificates, I used them on some dual grading stuff, and God, that was a shit show. I don't know how to grade autographs is what I'm getting at. So I put minimums on it all, and I only had like 6 of the 15 slab.
really?
Yeah, and a lot of this stuff. I mean, I know the card is the reason why it was it was didn't meet the minimums. It had to be the autographs.
That's a good question. Do you cloth all your cards or just the chrome ones?
The chrome ones, I don't do the paper unless
I
there's
wonder if
like
that's
a glaring smudge on it.
yeah, but I don't, man. I don't know. I feel like those maybe non-glaring smudges that a grader might have overlooked. Nowadays, they're not. Like I feel like I've just seen some recent returns, and it's like not. There's
Yeah,
very few tens.
I'm more worried about scratching a paper card using a cloth on it than I am a chrome card. I guess the chrome I
Sure.
feel are more resistant to it.
Oh, yeah, they are for sure. I don't wipe down the paper ones. Like obviously, if you see a thumbprint there, you're gonna wipe it off. But
Yeah.
man,
So Jeremy,
that's time consuming.
as a novice in this whole grading thing, I'm assuming you expect your cards to gem if you're sending them in. But
For the most part, yeah.
at what point, like how old of a card? I mean, does that not matter? That just getting it slabbed is the goal, and it doesn't matter what the grade is. Are we just talking about just vintage stuff, or like iconic cards like the '89 Griffey, that kind of thing? No matter what the shape of it is.
It really depends on the condition of the card and what card it is. For say like the '89 Griffey, I mean you're okay getting an 8 on that, and you'll still cover your grading fee, and you're not going to get hurt by grading it. If say a 6.5, yeah, probably not worth sending in. But it depends on what the value of the card is at the grade that you expect it to get, whether you figure it's worth sending in or not. That's how I look at it. I'll go through and I'll check comps on, especially the modern stuff. It's like, where do I figure this is going to grade out and what it's worth, and is it going to cover the grading cost plus, say, the cost of the card itself?
Now, do you ever use your kids' markers and then color in some of the cards when they're like showing a little bit less vibrant than you like?
My kids, they're not artists, so let's just say they're still using crayons.
Okay. Now, do you ever use the Pepino Man method? Like, do you use a Kotex?
No, not
Kotex.
We use Tampax around here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hey,
that's
manage that flow.
That's the name brand stuff there.
Well, happy wife, happy life, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll be right back, guys.
Hey, Jason, we're talking about paying people, because I'd fork over a few bucks if you could get Pepino Man in here. Holy cow!
I think I can send Pepino Man if he wants to hop on. Do you want to hop on?
Dude, That would be.
But if he wants me to, I'll send him the link, or somebody else can send him the link. If so, you all have the link. I sent to all you all. I don't care. Or Gary or Troy. I know. I
don't have
asked both of them
Pepino's number.
individually. I could do it.
I stayed away from getting Pepino's phone number. I don't want to get the random sex late at night.
Well, I bet Caesar probably feels like he probably regrets ever giving me his number because he had reached out to me, years ago. And I don't call him a lot or anything, but I'll be the one who reaches out to him, and we'll get on a long conversation sometimes. But it's pretty funny when we do talk. Oh, he already said he's naked in bed. Well, now we definitely want to see. BDK wants to see you. We don't care. We'll see you and your tamale. That's fine. We can handle it. I mean, you already got naked on YouTube already. I mean, that's legendary. When you got naked and jumped in the pool on your YouTube channel, then you got banned for like a week or whatever it was. So, I mean, that's something Corey Seager hasn't seen yet, I bet.
As Dave called him, the canary in the coal mine.
The proverbial button on a fur coat.
No kidding. Oh gosh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, this is great. So, is there going to be any other shows, Jeremy, in Texas, or are they going to not be doing them?
There's one this Sunday in San Antonio.
Are you going to that one, or is that too far off?
No, I'm gonna be out of town on that one.
Okay.
But there is they do a monthly show in San Antonio, and then coming mid-December sometime, there's a 2-day show.
And also San Antonio or somewhere else?
Yeah, San Antonio.
How far is San Antonio from you?
It's from the show. It's about 40-minute drive.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I'm about 25 miles southeast.
So how far are you from Dallas then when you went to the show last weekend?
It from the show it's about 5 hours. From Mike's house it took about 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude.
So after you got down there, you had Mike drive you, right? Mike did all the driving?
No, I actually drove to the show because he had to leave early to go meet Fu. So I drove over to the show and then brought JT back to his house.
So did JT give you money for that Uber drive?
I should charge him. I took tollways all the way so I wouldn't have to sit in Friday night Dallas traffic.
Yeah, you should have. You should be like, I'm sending you a bill. What's your address again? Right. What happened to Bob? He just disappeared on us.
You know those memes where girl says that my parents aren't home and stuff, and then you got the guy running? That was Bob.
That was Bob,
when Pepino said he was ready to go.
Yeah, he's already halfway to Los Angeles right now. So
he's FaceTiming Suzo right now.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's hilarious. Now are you able to go to AAA games at all this year? Were you able to access any of that, or no? They close it all down.
No minor league at all this year.
So hopefully next year's different.
Hopefully, but San Antonio's in a weird spot because they don't have a AAA stadium. It's one of the worst stadiums for minor league baseball going on right now, and they moved up to AAA before last season, and attendance did not move up with it. And then there's all these moves with like the Astros bought a stake in the Sugarland Skeeters and moving their AAA team, and Round Rock's just up 35 from us, and they're without an affiliate. I'm waiting on pins and needles for these affiliations to be announced for next season. Right now I'm not 100% confident we're going to have baseball in San Antonio next year.
If it does happen, do you know who might be the team that takes over that area? Like, have you heard anything through the grapevine?
No, nothing.
Dude, I know
where's
the
Bob?
feeling. I know the feeling, man. It sucks. We had the Macon Braves here, which is a straight shot on 75 from Macon to Atlanta. It was a perfect place for the AA team, and the mayor at the time didn't have any desire to fix up the stadium, so they took off.
Yep. Yeah, we had a mayor that was doing pretty much all she could to get a new stadium built, and then the new guy came in and he's not for it at all. Luckily, our county judge is for it, but I don't know how much political power he has left at this point.
Well, hopefully not very much, and then get back on track.
Well, the county judge is the one that's all for baseball.
Okay.
The minor league stadium in Michigan is playing now is actually named after him. He's the one that pushed it through 25 years ago, 27 years ago.
Well, I don't know if you all heard, but there's a AAA team in Pittsburgh too now. They're called the Pirates.
They're going to be legends one day.
And then the Indianapolis Indians, they're going to be the major league team. They're going to actually switch roles. So
I like where the Pirates are at right now.
Oh,
there's no pressure, man. It's like they can only do better.
Right, that's true. So, that's true.
Dude, I'm the one that feels bad about it because the last time the Pirates were even sniffing at a World Series is when Sid Bream slid in to send the Braves to the World Series in '92, and they hadn't really done much since, have they?
Nah, I mean 2013, 14, 15 was a little bit of a reprieve from after 20 years of losing, and then Pittsburghers and the way that I don't know, they're just weird about stuff like, do you believe that 2013 we had a winning season and that was after 20 years of losing? He's like, the baseball gods weren't going to let us go 21 years because 21 is Clemente's number. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You know, like it's laughable, but it's still funny. There you go, Kent. Teak. But no, those were fun years, man. I don't know if you remember the Cueto game versus the Reds, that wild card game. That's what we call it around here.
Drop the
Cueto game. Yeah, whether it had anything to do with that or not, but then from that moment on, it was kind of the fans thought they were all in their heads, and yeah, there you go. I don't know, man. You were just talking about, mayors and, influence, and like there's so many other, like our owner is the guy that is the fall guy for everything, like he doesn't want to spend any money. He doesn't want to do this and that. I'm like, that argument is gone because of the Rays and the Athletics. I mean, like you don't have to spend. So I don't want to hear it. Get better baseball people in there, get better talent. Like,
yeah, I think the Pirates are at the pretty late adopter of the analytics movement, right?
Yeah. Early adopter, you said, or late adopter?
Late adopter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm not even sure they're that good at it.
Yeah. I mean,
but I do.
What the Pirates can do is invest in some trash cans.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that route.
They could,
but I
still got to hit.
I do think I think Derek Shelton's going to be is what the team needs, and then I like Ben Sherrington in the GM spot. I mean, Neil Huntington was great, but I know you guys don't care about any of these names, and I'm not just trying to name drop so I can prove I'm a real fan, but I'm excited.
Impressed.
Yeah, right. I'm excited. I don't know. I drink the Kool-Aid every year with the Pirates, and I'll probably keep doing it until I don't know, they give me a reason really not to.
Down here we call that Cowboy's girlfriend.
The Cowboys' girlfriend.
Cowboys' girlfriend.
I have to
E-
look up
Every year,
Urban Dictionary for that.
every year, the Cowboys, like the Dallas Cowboys, they look
Ah.
great in spring at what is it, training camp, and you start believing.
Uh-huh.
You think that girl's the one. You're gonna bring her home. You're gonna marry her. And at the beginning of the season, you're like, yeah, man, this is going great. It's going great. And then always around the midpoint, there she goes cheating on you every year. Every year you keep bringing her back. You keep bringing her back. You have faith. She's changed her ways.
As soon as you let her meet your mom, it's over. So.
Could be worse. Could be worse, Jeremy. You could be a Falcons fan.
Yeah.
There's always somebody else
we
in
can-
sports that have it worse than you do.
I'd be happy to talk football right now. I mean, no problems there. We can talk football all night.
Yeah, your Steelers,
and
man,
then
they're like
Steelers.
cleaning house.
They'll
Yeah,
they will lose a game, but
Well, so I was watching Mangini's channel. He said something about the fact that they're undefeated for the first time this far into the season for the first time since like the 70s. Like,
in a long
The
time. I don't
Steel-
think
the
they've
Steel
ever
Curtain
won
days.
5-0. It's fun to think about. There's a lot of so again, true to like Steeler fan fashion, I listen to local sports talk and people are complaining about not having a running game. Like you're 10-0 and you know among the top teams in the AFC in the league, and then if Ben goes down, they're passing the ball over and it'll be winter time. He might not be able to hold. If he goes down on his elbow, we're one injury away. Like enjoy the freaking moment, man. Like it's always about what could happen to ruin the season, and I don't know. I don't like to live in that space. So it's fun. A lot of guys that, of Vince Williams, who was just sort of like it felt like he was just there, but now is actually kind of making a name for himself. You know what I mean? Like showing up. Bud Dupree's kind of actually, we were dogging him for the first 4 years of his career, and he seems, putting it together now. Watch the man, so they're fun to watch. I like Chase Claypool. I should have. Who you got there?
Claypool.
There he is. I just saw up north. Well, it wasn't their newest video, but they opened up. They got a silver mosaic of him. I'm like, just the silver prism one, not the squared one. That's a nice card.
Yeah,
What about Juju?
Juju's the man. Juju gets some tough yards.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see he's actually. Last year was obviously a down year. I mean, Antonio Brown. There was that whole controversy. He's only good because AB was on the other side, and he wasn't that good last year because everybody's keen on him. And I don't know.
How about that one, Bob? Do you have that?
Is that 70? Hold on, don't tell me. 77.
That is 77. Right. Do you have it?
Is that Bradshaw?
I can tell you in 1 second. I think I do. But let me consult the checklist.
That's I literally own 2 football cards. That one and a Peyton Manning rookie card, and that's it. I don't do the football.
I'll take the Peyton Manning rookie card.
Yeah, which Manning do you have? I mean, if you're gonna have one card,
not an impressive one.
Well, hey, even his tops rookies are.
I say that to ladies all the time. It's not an impressive one, but it's fun.
So, Jeremy, you got oh, that's sick. Is that autograph?
That is awesome, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wow.
This is sold already. This is going to be Army Guy autographs card here once he pays me for it.
Wow, that's
Justin?
nice.
Yeah,
Justin.
Yeah.
Good dude. I don't catch his channel as much as we all wish we could catch everybody's channel, but you guys.
As long as you're catching my channel, I don't care what you all doing on everybody else's.
I figure he's hitched his wagon to you. You'll keep him under your wing until
Pretty much. Yeah.
Well, just like me, I hitched my wagon to zombie early on, and look at me now, right?
I know.
Well,
Exactly.
you got enough momentum to have a stove hitched to you. So I mean,
Yeah, I know.
It's a,
what
it's a
was
very
That
long
is-
and dysfunctional
what
train.
was up with his normal video the other day?
Oh yeah,
His
yeah.
Set
Where
collector.
he
I was
actually,
like, what the hell is that? That's
I
not
think
zany.
he just needed to prove to himself that he could do it. Cause here, okay, so I'll be honest, like, for me at least, like, you do a goofy video, like you get a good response, maybe even a couple in a row, and like, then you actually want to like just show some cards or do a mail day. Like, there's all this like pressure
Yeah.
I would put on myself to like be original and be funny or do something wacky, and that gets, I don't know. So like now I just like to kind of come from left field. Like, there's no, if I'm still gonna do not nonsensical videos, but you won't necessarily know when they're coming, or I don't know.
I mean,
What am I
your Kike video is legendary. I mean, that
Which
is
one?
Kike Hernandez, the Rockettes.
Yeah, man. I was pretty happy about it. I think I think I'm gonna do another stupid idea of I don't know, it's one of my more recent ones though. The mail, when I got the mail out of the mailbox, it was like, I think I'm gonna bring that dude back. I don't know why. He doesn't need to come back, but I've got another idea to do so.
Well, I'll give you a care package so you can do that with.
Then I beg.
You're
That's
like,
pretty
oh
much
my
it.
God, it's not another Jason care package.
Jeremy sent me some pretty solid cards. I have a Don Mossy autograph in my collection because of Mr. IP TTM.
Really?
Yeah.
Or as he likes to say right now, Jeremy IP, not so much TTM anymore.
I've sent one TTM in the past year, so that's about where
And
I'm
this
at on
map
that.
right here. Hey, partial video response for Alex. When I see this card, I think of Jeremy because it's like an acetate signature. There's so much going on with it. There's like a laundry tag, USA uniform. That's a great card.
Is that also
That's Austin.
a hair
Meadows.
samples in there?
Yeah, below the belt.
Oh, whoa now.
What's that? Super short print.
That's a gift
Bob,
that keeps on giving.
I felt like I had to send you that, Meadows, because of that Jordan Chrome I bought off you.
We don't have to talk about that. Actually, that Jordan Chrome was the least of my concerns over that 3-week period. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what Kobe's I got rid of? That
Oh, yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah.
I had some other one. I sold a freaking Project 2020 card and bought a Clemente rookie. So I did
Yeah.
all right this year, It wasn't all losses. And that's not a loss to me. I mean, that's a win for you, man, which, if we're in this together like we all say we are, like, I'm happy for you, dude. And I truly am. I mean,
That wasn't what he was saying, Jeremy, to me privately. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah.
Hey, I still bust Mike's his chops. I could say balls here, right? We're all men.
Yeah.
It's after 9.
I bought
Huevos.
I bought a Lamar Jackson rookie lot from him, like, I think it was like $8, and there was a prism and an optic and an illusions in there. So, it's all good.
He actually brought that up to me on the phone this week. He goes,
Did he really?
Yeah, him and I were talking, and he goes, "You're not gonna." He goes, "I still am haunted by that deal that I had with Bob."
Yep. Yeah, we don't have to go into deals that haunt us. I got plenty.
I sold
I'm still haunted that Sean Casey I gave you, Bob.
Just because.
Just because, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because.
He's a haunting individual.
He is very haunting. So, hey,
Jeremy?
yeah.
It's not like Jeremy was going to say something before I cut him off.
Yeah, what were you going to say, Jeremy?
I sold a Steph Curry rookie auto for $30 back in 2011.
There you go. That's a tough one.
And how much is that now, you think?
Probably pushing 2,000. It was numbered to 30.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
It was
a tough one.
upper deck draft deals.
Oh. Now, did you pull out of a pack or did you buy it
I
single?
pulled it. I pulled it. It was after his rookie season when he had ankle injuries, and I felt like this dude's never gonna get healthy. You know, he's a little guy, and yeah, I didn't believe in Steph. I'll own up to that.
I was so out of basketball. I didn't know. After LeBron, like I had a couple LeBron rookies and not any good ones. But at a certain point, you just had can't collect everything, right? And we were trying our best to like do baseball, basketball, football. Just can't make it happen. Then you get to college and cards weren't really, priority then. At least that's my story.
Hey, here's one from Troy. I remember him telling me about this one.
Wow. There you go.
That's a good one, Troy. I remember him. I watched him open it live on camera, live on tape. I watched him crack open that 82 Fleer, and he pulled a Ripken out of it. I was like, wow. And then he got it graded and sold it. So, and the Henry, I saw the Evansville address. Whose address was that? I actually make a mention of it in the video. I haven't uploaded the video yet, but it was an Evansville address, but I don't know who it was. The name didn't strike me, I guess.
You talking to me? No.
You talking to me? Do I amuse you? Am I what? I'm funny? Am I a clown?
Funny how?
Funny how? Exactly. Man, Joe Pesci, dude, amazing. What were you saying, Joey?
I was going to see if Bob found out if he needed that 77 Bradshaw.
I do, man. I do. But, like, I'm just saying, like, I don't, man, I hate this. Now I got to send you something, you know what I mean? I know that's not how, you didn't say you were going to do me, give it, you didn't even say you were going to give it to me. But, yeah, I do need that one, man.
Well,
Let's trade for it.
Why else would I ask you? Dude, when you see it, listen, when you see it, you will understand why I don't mind giving it to you. And I don't expect anything in return. Can Jason send me your number so we can hook up on details and stuff?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Jeremy.
When I send you Bob's number, it'll actually be Caesar's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hop off, guys. 5 o'clock come early in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, man. You take care.
Talking to man.
Good night,
See you, Joey.
See you.
See you later, Jerry. All right. And now we're 3.
Jeremy's all up close now.
It's like, I know. It's like so close. Like, It's like those videos I did with Mark when I'm cutting out.
Oh man, that's crazy. Those are some classic videos, dude. Do you guys watch like these investor channels at all? Like, do you just listen to anything? Like when you see the thumbnail, that's like the guy's like, and it's like,
no, I don't watch Fillington.
Multiple. Yeah. I mean, there's this guy. Like I was watching one. The guy he literally thought he was doing like a real estate thing, and then he remembered, oh, I'm talking about sports cards in this video. I'm talking about investing in sports cards, not real estate. Like, oh, he's like, yeah, I also do that. And his video was posted in like March, so he's just coming on sharing all his knowledge that he's learned in his last 7 months.
The only investing videos I watch are those back pages.
Yeah. Whatever you say.
The only one I watch is Fillington. So.
Yeah, they're both pretty good. As far as like doing their homework.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jeremy,
Eric,
you ain't no slouch, Jeremy.
well, I don't tell
yeah,
anyone to
Jeremy
do
knows what he's
anything.
doing. I'm looking forward to touching Jeremy in real life and rubbing off on me, maybe a little bit of
Don't work that
awesomeness.
way.
I'll keep my hands above the
That's-
belt. Don't worry. Don't get excited. I'll keep it up here.
No, it's got to be buried deep inside of you if you want anything to happen.
Oh my god! All of a sudden, it was like showtime after hours.
Right. Well, I gotta go now too. So
Exactly. I gotta go take a cold shower. Bye, guys. But yeah, I think for me, I don't know how you all feel. I know people who are watching or whatever, and I think, and Jeremy, I know your channel's a little bit different because you do. I feel like do a lot of flipping, which is fine. Like you buy cards, you sell cards, don't you?
Nope.
I mean, I feel like I've heard you say a lot on your channel that you're like this was already sold.
Well, I bought a collection back in July, but wasn't like a flipping deal. It was just like a lot of good shit in here, and it's cheap enough. It's willing to make the deal, and I can make some money off of it and keep a ton of stuff. I'm going to do that. But
I got a collection I'm looking at right now. That's a first for me.
Really?
Yeah, I showed you some pictures.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, no, I'm hoping you're gonna hook me up. I'm gonna I'll float some money your way.
I just saw another card today. He's got a Mario Lemieux rookie, a Topps rookie, but it looks fake almost because it's so nice. He's like, I bought it for $100, back then, and it stayed in that that plastic. It's never been opened type of thing. I don't know, man. It looks nice. I want that one. But it's got a lot of vintage, like 69 to 76 is I would say the bulk of his collection.
So then, if Jeremy's saying that, so Jeremy mostly does just you collect for yourself. Then you're not doing a lot of flipping.
I'll buy multiple copies of a card that I want and grade them all, and if I can turn around some of the extra slabs I have to fund other parts of my hobby, yeah, I'll do that. But as I'm not in it I'm not buying stuff specifically with the intent of flipping it. I'm buying it.
But your hobby, to be where your hobby's paying for your hobby, isn't that the goal? Or I mean, that could be at least.
It's nowhere close.
Me, man.
It's nowhere close.
Well,
yeah. You're like, my wife's listening. No, don't talk about it. Okay.
No, go ahead, man.
I guess my thinking is like what I talked about on when I kind of came back or whatever. My new approach was that I was so against selling for the longest time. Like I just couldn't get my mind wrapped around it because I'm such a collector. But when I was going back to what I was saying with you, not necessarily I use the word flipping, might not have been the right word, but what I noticed about you and then Bob also is that a lot of times you might be selling cards in your collection, but it's also to help pay for other stuff. Like, you're moving cards around to kind of reimburse yourself or to build a cachet of money so you can buy a bigger card or something like that. Whereas, you're that's not your sole purpose, but you're doing it because it's going to obviously help you at the end game of getting cards that you want that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise. So for me, it's more like because, for me, I have a collection of cards where I have always focused on what I want. So it's hard for me to sell those because those are things I've been collecting over the years. So I feel like I have to buy things that I don't have any attachment to. So I can keep
sell
doing
that Freddie
that,
Freeman, man.
Yeah,
you gotta sell that Freddie Freeman, dude.
Yeah, that diamond collection, Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, you flashed that in that last video. I was like, I didn't know he had
If you're
that.
moving that, let me know.
Really,
I bet you want that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I need
had
that
it
Freddie.
in a rigid. Is it getting graded? Is it getting?
Yeah, I'm sending it to get graded. It's in my next lot to get Graham sent it to Dane. So
that's a premium grade.
Did y'all see my recap from the Dallas show?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I walked in. I had a Luka that I wanted to sell at that show, mainly because I bought the Hank rookie, but it ended up being spent on what I picked up at the show. But yeah, I view flipping as like you're buying something like that's going up, and my end goal is to sell it, and that's not really what I'm doing with the stuff. Like if I buy
Okay.
multiples, it's because I want the card for my collection, and I think I look at myself as a value buyer, which stock market that's dead right now, but cards, I mean, you can still do it. It's just buy the value if it's there, and that just increases your collection down the road, not necessarily with the intent of selling it, just holding it and collecting it and looking at it. Yeah, I'm looking at some stuff right now that I picked up at the
How
show.
many how many first off the line prison football boxes you got coming?
None.
Is there such a thing as first off the line? I just know like prison
I don't
football
know. I have no
is everything
idea.
that everybody's talking about.
I mean, if prison football shows up at my Walmart, I will buy some, but other than that, I'm not
There you
going
go.
after it.
Are you I know you like to open packs, but do you do much hobby or is it you stick to retail?
This year it's been almost exclusively retail.
Yeah, by default, right?
I've done a couple boxes of Topps Chrome, and I did some jumbos of Series 1 back in January
Series
or
1's looking
February.
like a nice set.
Yeah.
You know,
And just
initially,
Topps
I
in
have to
general.
say, for me, because I mean, only thing I care about is baseball. So when I was at the beginning of the year, when I started having this feeling, but then the whole thing with Corona and the prices went crazy and all the activism on the field, it's kind of just left me with a bad taste in my mouth. My head initially towards the end of last year and the beginning of this year, I started buying basketball because I thought I have no attachment to basketball. So if I could get a couple good hits, flip the cards, I could buy the baseball cards I want. But then, as we all know, basketball cards, like with everything else, has been crazy. So you can't find stuff anymore. It's almost like, well, I was going to buy football or basketball and kind of keep that mentality going, like get some cards I have no interest in, and then use those cards just to flip. But then it's like, does it make sense financially because I'm paying more money than normal probably than I would have a year ago. And then, of course, we all know it's a crapshoot if you're going to get anything worth excited about, anyways. And then, if you get something, do you hold it or do you try to get it graded and then sell it? So it almost becomes like this whole game that you're playing. And I was like, do I want to make that much of a commitment to try to expand my baseball collection, thinking outside the box, or do I just want to use the cards I already own to try to do that? So I don't know where you all are at those things, like I know because Bob, you've mentioned before,
Yeah,
you're
that
kind of
whole
done with
idea.
the '90s basketball.
Well, that's I'm selling all basketball. I don't. I got no. Yeah, I'll keep a couple of my Shaqs, some of my Jordans, keep a couple Kobe rookies, or keep some essentials. But for the most part, it's all going. And yeah, there's like I got Tim Duncan rookies. I mean, I don't know if I have a 10 or not. I mean, maybe there. So for just one example, I've got 3 Topps rookies. I'm sending them all to get graded. They all look like to be at least 9s. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll somehow sneak a 10 in there.
Yeah.
Isn't it worth it for me to do that investment? I mean, I'll invest in getting them graded, paying the grading fee, because I feel like they're not going to come back 7s or 8s. I mean, I wouldn't send them if they were. But that's that whole, do I just sell now and sell raw because you just want to be done with it? Or like, do I drag this out a little bit, try to get some stuff graded? So I think it's going to end up going to be a combination of both. Like, there's some cards that I just know, if I have a shot at a decent grade, then and 8 months from now or whatever that would be, whenever I would get them back, like that, this current volatile market isn't going to have any real effect on it. You know what I mean? Like if I got some rookie from get Zion's graded now. I mean, he might be out of the league, but he might have a season-ending knee injury by the time I get the card back or whatever. So, but I still want to get him graded. Like, I just don't. It's like prioritizing what to get graded when, because I can't just send in, 50 cards or 100 cards. I just don't. I'm not rolling like that. So it's more.
Not
It's gonna be
everybody's a
like,
Felmington.
yeah, right. So yeah, like 20 cards here, but I think we're gonna take like that staggered approach, like maybe a 15 card order every month, just kind of so I'm always kind of have something coming in once it gets to that pop time. But
Yeah. I was
So
doing
what's your approach? What's your approach, Jeremy? Like, because Bob kind of talked about the way he's thinking about staggering it, maybe move away from like '90s basketball and kind of just say, okay, I'm done with it. Where are you at with some of those approaches?
choosing cards. It's opportunity. It's like I love going to the shows and digging through the boxes and finding those cards that you can grade and the water to wine, like Nolan
it's
talks
real.
about. But like with the staggering, this past year up until like currently, once they changed the minimums from like 100 cards for lower price, everything's 20 card minimum on the PSA side. I've gone from like huge quarter submissions to I'm starting to do them every month. So yeah, I think that helps with the lower minimum order size, and they did away with the advantage of sending 100+ card orders with the pricing. So
Yeah, they don't like that
working on
anymore.
that.
I mean, I heard Nolan say even in his video, like, yeah, they're frowning upon like 500 card orders at
Yeah,
this point.
I just imagine those are logistical nightmares with packaging them,
Ugh.
checking everything,
Every
shipping, and all that.
1991 Bowman, Jeff Bagwell. I'm like, oh, I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
You would almost think they probably have like some sort of resentment to have to go through all that. That at that point you're getting 7s and 6s just out of spite.
Well,
yeah,
dude, I mean, the conspiracy theorist in me is saying, like, yeah, they're doing this to try to, like, detract people from sending in, like, crap cards like that. Look at all them orders, man. How many line items is that?
that's about 1,000
300?
out at PSA right now between me and
Yeah.
a few friends.
Like,
But
I got about 200 just sitting there, like, that I know are I want to grade, and probably 100 that are, like, on the, I need to take a second look at them. Is it really something that's um, worth it? But I don't know. I am a PSA snob for sure.
yeah,
I don't
I
want
tried
to.
SGC earlier this year and never again.
So
Why is
what
that?
for you? For what was what was the main reason? Like,
I got sold on their cardboard connection or whatever the hell their Cardboard Chronicles interview that hey, we're different. We're gonna get your order, get them out. So okay, I'll try them out. And at that time, the prices were approaching PSA levels for resale because it was stuff that I already had dupes of, and I would just send them to PSA and got out from under those PSA, but I wanted to give SGC a shot, and I got maybe 50%, 60% of what a PSA would have gotten on nearly all of those.
so it's purely just an economic thing. Then it's just PSA is you're just gonna get more bang for your buck with a PSA grade.
Number one, yeah. Number two is that they sold me on being different, and they weren't different, and in a lot of cases they were worse because there was no communication whatsoever.
Yeah, I had heard John Mangini say that in his channel. He said he was so frustrated with SGC back in July or August. Like he had sent them off in like April or May with like the 20-day turnaround or whatever it was. And they were but right before that, they were kind of keeping up with it. But then he sent a lot off, and he said by like I guess August or September, whatever it was, he was essentially almost sound like he was threatening them that they had his cards and that he wanted his cards back. He didn't want them graded anymore. He goes, I want my cards back. It's been like 3 weeks past the 20 days. Then it was like 5 weeks. And he was like, I just want my cards back. They wouldn't respond to him. Yeah. They like ignored his emails. And then like at the 3-month mark, they magically showed up in his mailbox.
Well, and he was just, of course, that's when he started the nunchuck videos.
Yeah, right.
Releasing that stress.
Like, between politics, COVID, and SGC, it was like he couldn't handle it anymore. So, yeah.
I mean, PSA was just sitting back like, like you thought you wanted a bigger piece of the pie, but you can't handle it now. You know what I mean? Like,
I never expected SGC to come anywhere close to PSA, but Beckett is I think they're spiraling towards not being around anymore.
I've heard a lot of people say that recently.
Yeah.
What is the future of the Beckett company? Is it? I mean, really, like, are they still going to do price guides, or is it just going to just fold altogether? Because
it's just going to be Mike Payne in his basement.
I think their grading is seriously taking a hit.
What are people going to do with all their first Bowman Chrome baseball autos now?
PSA.
That's like a freaking. I don't understand that. Like, I got this card. I have to send it to Beckett, but like, what is that? Just because of the auto grade?
Pretty much. I think they're expecting 9.5s on everything. If they expect a 10, they'll send it to PSA. I think a lot of them they just don't expect 10s on for whatever reason. But yeah,
I don't understand the phenomenon with Beckett and the autograph on the Bowmans. I never understood like why they got over so well with that. I don't get it. Was there some story behind
Beckett
why?
was the top dog then.
Okay.
It was SGC pre-war, PSA 90 and earlier, and Beckett for modern. That was the conventional wisdom.
And now it's just PSA all the way.
Pretty much. A lot of the pre-war guys still like SGC on that.
But PSA changed their tobacco card holder, right? It's no longer like that baggy look around it, isn't it?
They got a frosted one if they use it. Yeah. But once
they use
PSA,
it? They don't always use it?
Not always, no.
What haven't they developed a standard that they
look at this, all the blank space in this.
Huh.
So they have one that fits this better, and they just either were out of it when they slabbed this, because this is a lighthouse holder. This is a new holder.
Right.
But
does
that
that move around inside there?
Yeah, it does.
Huh.
It's a one, so I guess
it's a one.
Yeah, it's the damn prettiest one you ever did see.
I know, it was smacking around.
I don't know, man. I got a pretty darn pretty one myself, but that is actually wow.
That is awesome.
Sharp corners.
Yeah. That's a good looking Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, it's just I got a slice of terror in mine, and then that'll give it a one, right?
Yeah, pinhole, paper loss of any kind.
Oh my gosh! So if PSA not even graded, if you just want to get it authenticated, you don't want a number grade. If it's been trimmed, they won't even do it.
Yeah, if it's trimmed, they can put an authentic altered designation on it.
Okay, because that's all I want. Because my dad has a Ted Williams from like 55 or something, and it like some kid like cut around the border to probably put it in their like little like a little like photo album from back in the 50s or whatever, and he wrote on the back. And I'm like, this card's so loved. I just want to get it graded because you can tell this is like a little kid had this card. I just want to get it encased. I don't want to, I'm not, but I'm like, I don't want to send it there like, well, it's been obviously altered. Well, no, duh. Obviously it's altered. But I'm not trying to be like, I want to get a PSA 4 on this. I just want to say it's authenticated. It's real. but it's whatever.
I think as long as 51%, it's kind of like money. As long as 51% of the card is there, they'll slab it. If you have to put it in the notes to slab it authentic.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right, good. Because I was like, I hate to not get it graded because it's, like I said, that's like one of those ones that you can just tell like that was loved. I love that kind of stuff.
Do you do min grades, Jeremy, when you grade stuff?
On modern, I do, yeah. Like the ultra modern stuff, I'll usually put a minimum 9, 8 on some things. Most of the 90 stuff, no, I don't.
Now, do you have to pay for that if it doesn't come back in 8?
Well, if it doesn't meet the minimum, they won't slab it, and yeah, they still
Right.
charge you for it.
Yeah, for evaluating the card,
So you still got to pay the money regardless.
Yeah.
But if it's been altered and you didn't know, they won't charge you, correct? And that's my understanding.
I have no idea.
No,
Okay.
they'll charge you.
Oh, they will. Well, why
If
do they
they're-
sometimes come back where it's in
Because-
a tray like a rigid, and it has like the little bar on it, and they stuck it in there, and they send it back for whatever reason.
I've seen one where I don't think they charge you when it's like they have no information on the card, like they can't identify the set or whatever. Like I don't think they charge you for that.
I think that and no holder stuff where they don't have a holder, and
for the
on
size
the
of the card.
yeah
Like
on
based
the
on the size of the card. Okay.
on the authentication, like autograph authentication side, if it's like no opinion could be reached. Like they have 2 guys checking it, and one says it's real, one says it's not, and they can't come to a consensus on if it is or not. They won't charge you for those.
Oh, interesting. So now we have somebody who's going to get their ashes graded, Troy. But then we're going to come back to a 6 or a 7. Yeah, that's the worst kind, man.
Now you'll
Henry-
probably get that dreaded half grade, like 6.5 or
Yeah,
something.
6.5. You're like, you can't even give me a 7. You got me a 6.5, man. Come on.
Gem in 11, Henry. You know what's up.
Jim 11 all the way. So, do you have an order going out
All right,
soon?
guys.
Later, Jeremy.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll send
All
them
right.
out before Thanksgiving, but it's
Okay.
time to go perform husbandly duties.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Bounce.
Catch y'all later.
All right.
If
All right, Bob.
what up, man?
Hey,
Nobody
man, I
wants
feel
to
like
hear
we're
us.
talking like I feel like
Yeah,
we're just
nobody-
talking like we're kids, like we're on the phone.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear this like love fest that's about to happen. Just me and
I
you
know.
telling how much we like each other, and
I know. It's gonna go from 12 people watching to 0 real quick.
you got 12 people watching right now.
Apparently. But I will say when I had like all 6 of us going or 5 of us, and then
Yeah.
one of those people were baseball collector. I mean,
Yeah.
I was in that 20 range. I was like, wow. So I think people were coming to see fireworks.
Did you screenshot that? You should have.
I should have. Maybe somebody did. Maybe
How much-
Gary did.
I'm gonna screenshot you some of these texts that I got during this
Oh my god.
stream. Yeah. it'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, now, do you work tomorrow morning?
I do.
All right, man. Well, you want to? Let's just go ahead and call it, I guess.
Let's do it.
All right, brother. Hey, man, appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for watching. We had a great time. We'll do it again, I'm sure. Bob, I appreciate you,
7-11,
brother.
Henry. Appreciate you, man.
All right, we'll see you. Till next time, guys.
Peace.
Peace.